Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hola,
Hello!
hola. That's the only Spanish I know. Um, welcome. It's Wednesday. You know what that might mean? Might
Donde
be.
este gato de pantalones? Where are the cat pants?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know about that. No está aquí.
No,
But
it's
you know what? You know. You know what's está aquí?
uh,
Your hostess, Ms. Amanda Jane, and my sidekick. Hey, Digi, what's going on?
what up, yo? We're
Did you ask me something about? I know pants, but I have no idea what you said.
apparently not. Oh,
We tried to be bilingual.
yeah. I mean, trying, I think, is operative.
Hmm.
Um, what the?
Why isn't
Uh,
you're yelling?
no. I'm good. I'm good. Okay.
No, I'm. Oh, here we go.
Sorry.
All right, that's okay. We're. You know what? We're. I'm running a little late, a little frazzled. Y'all know how it is. I work for a living. Hold on.
Oh God.
Hold on. We're getting. I think it sounds like toddlers and tiaras. I don't want that in the background.
I mean,
Well, it is. It's what it is. So, man, wrestling is becoming such a fucking goddamn fucking telenovela.
telenovelas.
Yeah, so it's interesting that I said hola and yeah. So, yeah,
Bro,
but it's
I
really
used to
interesting.
love being in like San Diego and
Mhm.
watching the telenovelas from Mexico.
Oh, nice. And
There
you
was
probably
this,
got this good lucha libre too,
oh
I'm
yeah,
sure.
but I
Oh,
like the telenovelas more because the fights were just vicious.
of course, of course, because those are semi-real.
Yeah, yeah,
Well, according to that chick at the AEW pay-per-view.
yeah. I've heard some things.
Oh, Lord. We'll talk about that, we'll talk about that.
And our
You know,
new double champ,
we'll talk about her too.
better.
She speaks Espanol.
I
Mm.
I swear to God, if I see another one of these dumbasses that say thanks Mercedes Monet for making her relevant, I'm gonna kick them in the fucking teeth.
Um, you know,
Jesus.
I'm just gonna shut my boca because
Mm.
I have so much to say. And
We're gonna get
honestly,
to it.
well, yeah, we will. And I want to punch people, so that's why I'm like, oh no, oh no. All righty. So, well, you know what? Let's do our favorite game. What's in your glass? I'll show you mine because mine is boring.
Wait a minute.
I
I know this game. Let's get you in trouble.
I know. I have regular Coke, no, in the can. I did not. I don't have soju. I have to go to the store to get that. Shout
So I
out to
hear.
Ranch 99. I can't remember the name of that. I think the name of the company I like is Good Day. Not to be confused with the New Day. But I didn't buy it because of that. I bought it because it was fucking cherry soju, baby.
Which they got a third member to the New Day.
Mm-hmm.
Kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck
I saw
yeah.
that. Oh my god. Yeah. I can't.
I
Anyways,
I like
I
the there was some nods there, but we can talk about that in a
yeah,
bit.
we'll talk about that. So, what do you have in your glass? Because I think that's somewhat important. Oh, very
Scribble of
nice.
peanut butter whiskey. Why? Because you won't know it till it sneaks up on you.
Oh yeah. Have you ever had it with Chambord?
Yes. Yes.
PB&J. Mm-hmm. You and have you had the pregnant lady?
I mean, I am a father, so I guess.
Well, it's the pregnant lady is
Uh-huh.
the screwball, the Chambord shot, right?
Mm.
Shot of each in there. And then the pregnant lady part is a shot of pickle juice.
Mm.
That's the pregnant lady. It's actually pretty fucking um I
Mm.
don't know what pregnancy is. I don't know. I don't want to know, but you know.
Having been on the other side of it, that is not an accurate representation.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll
Yeah.
have to ask Tom what pregnancy is like when it comes on.
Okay. All right. I'm sure. Yes. He'll probably be in the black box.
Yeah.
All right. So let's do the birthdays because there's quite a bit of birthday action going on here. So today itself had Kenta, happy birthday. I think I said that last week, but I don't know the dates of things because sometimes I don't even know that today was Tuesday
But
or Wednesday
at least
or
we're honest about it.
yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Happy birthday to little Guido, if you know
Yes.
who that is. Terry Taylor, happy
Oh.
birthday. Master Watto,
Ooh, there's a name I ain't heard
new
in a
fan.
while.
Yeah, happy birthday. Uh one of my favorite people in AEW women wrestlers, Trisha Dora. Happy birthday, girlfriend. And thank you for serving our country, by the
Yes.
way. One other person who actually there's some really good ladies right now who are having birthdays tomorrow
Mm.
for the next day. Happy fucking birthday, Shotzi Blackheart.
Yeah. The ballsy badass herself.
Yep, doing the thing there. And one of your favorites, Lady Frost. Happy birthday,
Yes.
girl. Yes. Yes. Um, speaking of other people having birthdays, you know who is having a birthday?
Mm.
One half of the Young Bucks, which is Matt Jackson.
Uh,
So obviously, elder brother, Matt,
I,
happy birthday.
I thought you were going to tell me it was Papa Jackson's birthday.
Oh no. No, Papa Buck. No, Papa Buck. No. But I can't remember when Papa Buck's birthday is, but I know it maybe is in May. I
We
could be wrong.
we need to make a call out on that one because I feel like he
He,
deserves a shout out.
he does. He does. And you know whose birthday it would have been had he been uh alive? Sheiky baby, Iron Sheik.
Yes, a
Okay.
legit shoot badass.
But yes. Other people, JD McDonough, happy birthday.
Irish
Uh
Ace. Give that man
Irish
some
Ace.
fucking love. Holy shit.
Mhm. So you know who else is there's Black Box Tom. You know who else is having a birthday?
Is it
The
Elsa from
no.
Oh,
But
okay.
it's it's the GM of TNA.
Which one? There's like a
Oh
bunch of
shit.
them.
That's right. Santino Marella, the only one who counts. Happy
Uh,
birthday.
I
Uh
mean,
yeah, I mean yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Got to give a shout out to Billy Corgan and the NWA. Happy birthday. Um fucking MJF is having a birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and it's probably better than yours, and you know it. Happy birthday. Let's see here. Samoa Joe. Happy birthday.
The outcast Samoan.
Yes. The other fucking like I miss Ring Conf. Okay. So the only one that matters, Toothless Timmy Thatcher. Happy birthday. Love
Why?
that guy.
Why? Well, be nice. Be nice to Timothy Thatcher. And
I
whose
like
cat was
Timothy
that?
Thatcher. That was not mine.
Did
I don't have a cat.
Tom? Do you have a cat?
Yeah. Not let
Uh,
her in, though. She's in heat.
God,
Oh, that's what I heard. I was like, huh?
She's being out at my
gotcha.
door right now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so let's see. Still some more. Still some more. EC3, happy birthday.
Yep.
Solo Sokoa. Happy birthday. Shit.
That
Mhm.
dude's so
I
good.
love you, Solo. I still want to hear. I can't wait till he says, I hate you, Solo. I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting for it. I've been waiting. Pins and needles on this one. And then finally, someone I'd like to wish a very, very happy birthday. I personally thought he had a fucking very excellent match against the bitch maker Kazuchika Okada
Mm-hmm.
on Sunday. Happy fucking birthday to fucking Brody goddamn fucking King.
Look,
Violence is necessary, I must add. So happy birthday.
it's true. Amanda wakes up and chooses violence every day.
Oh, I choose violence every day. Every day. Every day. And we choose it. And you know what? Sometimes it chooses me.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, can't help it. But friends of the flock here, if you have you know, people on the indies that are celebrating your birthday and obviously I don't know, please go into my DMs and tell me, and you guys should know where we are.
I
So,
I got a
yeah.
couple people that'll be coming up soon.
Oh, good. Oh, good, good, good. So, Black Box Tom.
No.
He's white box
No.
Tom right now.
Oh
Apparently
yeah, he's White Box Tom with White Box Tom with the bad light.
yes.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Got
No.
the light on purpose again.
Are you drinking what we think you're drinking?
Yep.
Yeah. So if you don't know and you're new here, he's drinking gin and juice. And then I'm gonna say someday someone's gonna call you out and say, "Well, what gin and what juice?"
Well, maybe I'll tell him. Maybe I won't.
Ooh. Look at
You
you
can't
playing hard to get.
Yeah, you also can't fuck with our audience like that, you know.
I mean,
I-
we can. That's
well, yeah.
you kidding?
But
That's
are we
the
on
part.
YouTube today? Finally?
Yes, we
According-
are. I went
Yay!
to
Okay.
check because nobody told me if we were doing the show tonight or not.
What do you mean nobody told you?
Did
Dude.
you usually text us? You guys ready for the show tonight?
Yeah, no.
Oh no, he didn't do that. No.
Yeah,
I wasn't
no,
allowed
no.
to sleep today because wifey
Oh my God.
decided to be energetic and enthusiastic.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I'm
Sorry.
like, what the fuck, bro? And then my little Asian decided
Not
she
me.
was gonna not that little Asian, the other one. Decided
Oh.
she would mow up a fucking storm. So it was just like, God damn it, let me sleep.
Tom,
What's up?
I have it. You know I have to fucking go off on a bloody fucking ocean spray. Come on now. I would wake from the dead to do that.
See,
Oh my
that
God.
guy, I don't understand him. Yeah, he may know how
Okay,
to wrestle
whoa,
and
whoa,
shit,
whoa,
but he doesn't. He tries to be a comedian, a
Whoa, whoa.
comedian.
We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get there. There's
Oh,
better
I'm not going
things
to
to
talk about nothing. I'm just saying, Joe. He tries to be a comedian, and I'm told, oh, that's how Brits are. They try to be comedians, and they're not.
I will.
Yeah,
we'll
we've
go
got
there.
a lot going on today.
Mhm.
Holy crap.
Yes. Now, I would like to, before we go on, say, and we'll have a little drink here.
Oh.
Congratulations to Miro and CJ Perry once again.
I know.
They got back together. That's fucking
Hold on.
awesome. So,
Yeah, man.
salute. Oh, yeah.
It is
Salud.
Rusev Day once again.
Again. Yes.
How long were they together before they broke up?
Years.
They've been together a long
Willis,
time.
you and that bruv, dude. Oh
No.
my god.
Okay, Willis.
Amanda's about
No.
to fight you.
No. 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 Now Willis did say on my Twitter, I don't know if you saw on my Twitter, right?
No.
There was a tweet that I had. I'm gonna read it to you guys right now because
Wait. I gotta do it. No bruv.
no bruv. Yep, no bruv.
I'll never understand that.
No bruv.
Whole bruv thing, like really, why?
Oh well, we'll hold on. We'll get there. So I basically I had said right before the thing is, it says I said let's see, I need Kyle to make Ocean Spray bleed buckets. Mr. Willis over here said, boy, that's kind of dark.
What show has he been watching?
I know, right? He like quote retweeted me that. And he said it was dark. And then I was like, okay, here's my things. Barf, most overrated wrestler on earth. If you heard the theme song, and y'all know I'm right, okay? I said, yo, Ocean Spray. ELP called, and he said he wants his theme back.
Ooh.
Actually, I have a better overrated wrestler than him.
Okay,
No,
try me.
I'm still a fan of this guy, regardless. Please,
Okay.
he's so overrated, it's ridiculous. Kenny Omega.
Oh no, man!
Not more than Ocean Spray.
No. He's got his own segment of the internet. He's not an indie-rific fuckhead.
Yeah. And then I also did remind everybody,
like,
just a reminder, y'all, Ocean Spray is a shitty person. Yes.
See, when it comes to overrated, there's varying degrees of overrated.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like
this one, yeah.
Like if we're talking about the low end of overrated, I would put Omega. We're topping at the high end. We're talking your Ocean Sprays. We're talking John Moxley.
Mm-hmm.
John Moxley's definitely up there now too.
I'd say
Justin, cheers, my dude.
Cheers, Justin. So here was another part that bothered me during that match. I typed out, ew, I wouldn't lick his blood, Kyle. You were gonna get some weird disease.
I don't know why they do that anyway. That's gross.
Well, it's Ocean Spray's blood. It's doubly gross.
That again is that indie-rific bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? Why would you do that?
John Moxley did it for so long until Renee got on him about it.
Yeah, well,
wife said stop the bullshit.
It's gross.
Yeah, it's gross.
There
was a point when Don Callis had said, if you're a fan of Ocean Spray, you should be concerned. I'm like, yep. He's getting his ass beat. Yep. Yep.
I wasn't concerned.
And then the no selling, that no selling Osprey.
That's what AEW is famous for.
Donnie.
Yeah. Donnie. Mwah! Miss ya. Please. Oh yeah, here's one. Everyone was chanting fight forever, and here's me. Please don't fight forever. I can't with Ocean Spray. That's torture.
Fight forever. That means he actually has to fight that doesn't involve no selling 6 times on a finisher.
Yes. And then here's the other one too that I had out here. One of my favorites was oh no. Hold on. Yeah. No. But if you guys both saw the match, or at least the end of the match.
So you talking about the pay-per-view?
No, the end of that.
I saw the whole pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stand and deliver, baby. That's where you put your money.
I'm specifically talking about the end of that match in the cage.
Oh yeah.
Did you know? Let me tell you.
That's what you two are for.
Okay. I don't know what happened, and I've been accused of fucking like some kind of voodoo, and I entered Kyle Fletcher's body. But there is a point right before the end of the match. I hate you. I hate you. I fucking hate you. Yelling at Ocean Spray. I'm like, ah! That's me.
Oh, I
I
I
fell
heard
off
about
the
that.
couch. Hey, Salty Dog.
Salty, what's up?
I fell off the couch. That excited me so much. I was like, oh my God. Yes. And the fucking conviction he had. Oh.
That feud
yeah.
is not even close to being over yet.
It's called Kyle Fletcher knows how to enunciate, knows how to sell a match.
Ooh. No. Kyle Fletcher probably thinks the guy's a dick too. Anyways.
So Kyle Fletcher might be
they're best friends, but who knows what he really actually hides from.
They're not best friends. Fucking he doesn't have friends. He doesn't have friends.
Good
okay?
God.
You can ask a lot of the people in the British wrestling scene, and you know.
You're hiring midgets for your boat?
For my
Please
boat.
spread the news. All right.
If you're around Vegas
Yeah.
in April, Micromania is running like 5 or 6 shows. So there you go.
It's waddling wild, yo.
Yeah. So just
Now,
saying. Yeah. But no, I'm serious. I'm being really serious. Like, there's a lot of them do not like him.
Well,
period. There's a lot of people who do not like him.
I've found when individuals think themselves higher than their pay grade, that tends to be off-putting. And then when they talk like they're above their pay grade incessantly, it's detracting.
Now, I do want to, and this is going to sound really fucking awful of me. And, honestly, I don't give a shit because
what else is new? What else is
new? Well, I know exactly what else is new. He did that whole, the whole Chris Van Vliet interview. I love Chris.
Who did that interview?
Ocean Spray.
Because there were 2. But only 1 mattered. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't see the other one. That's too much. I watched that other one. But
yeah, I'm sorry. You missed
I know he was trying to sell the neck. And I like the fact that, it really is an injury. I keep saying it. It says, yeah, those neck problems came because he tried to do too much at Sakura Genesis 2018. Thanks for confirming what I thought I knew, Ocean Spray.
The reason why you can't see people chatting is because we are on live 3 different sites, my piratey friend.
Yes, we're like everywhere. Yeah. But yes, I will say this. Of any match because honestly, who remembers fucking Will Ospreay matches?
I honestly don't.
Exactly. The only one that I can tell you, and I think this is probably the best match, and I am not being biased. So if people think that I'm being biased, you're fucking wrong. I am not. It was Sakura Genesis 2018. Ocean Spray versus Marty Scurll. I am not being biased. Okay. That match was fucking great. Okay. I mean, not because not because of the rivalry. That match was fucking great. But there was a time when Will looked like he was dead for a minute. And Red Shoe should have did this. And that moment was the one that caused the neck problems. Why? Because he decided to do some fancy dancy, whatever, Spanish fly, blah, blah, blah. And you know what? You injured yourself.
Indie-rific bullshit.
Shit.
Now,
thank you.
Let's, it's nice that they had a pay-per-view, but it's even better that so did another cute little promotion, the C brand. Molly want the fuck out of them in attendance and performance, which was a lot of things that I appreciate seeing. And I said this, before, well, kind of in that vein of the stream starting, where if somebody thinks for a fucking second that Mercedes Moné had anything to do with the rise of Stephanie Vakir, you're a dumbass. You need to go fuck yourself.
Wow.
Yeah. But I will say this, okay? To Mercedes' credit,
there's
her versus Momo. Yeah, her versus Momo was actually probably her best match. She's at an AEW.
Because Momo carried her.
Yeah, Momo character. But yeah, no, I just have to say that.
Like,
Shout out to Momo.
That is a thing.
Hmm. And I will also say that when that match came, I said, "Hey, it's boring. It's the WWE match
I mean,
with the
kinda.
fucking ending." The ending was, oh my god, that was like the worst fucking pay-per-view ever. Everyone said, "Oh, it's so great." I'm like, no, what was great about it?
No,
It wasn't great.
if you wanted to see
But
something really great,
yeah,
all right,
Christian, that was stupid.
That
That
that's
sounded like,
that's
yeah,
in general.
but that one was really stupid because it's like, oh, are you trying to do the whole thing like Money in the Bank, cash it in, and then the fucking person failed? Yeah,
Well,
no, come on, Tony Khan,
here's the
write
thing.
better fucking shit.
When I say the term indie-rific bullshit, I'm generally meaning the 97 false finishes off a
Yep.
finisher and
Mhm.
other such ridiculous shit that does nothing for the story that's being told in the ring, but is purely for the sake of ego and, oh, look at me.
That's
Mhm.
Okay.
exactly what it is.
Mhm.
Right. So you look at, Julia and Vikir's match, there was
Oh.
some crazy fucking spots.
Mhm.
But I mean, and we're talking with the timing of experts.
Mhm.
But it told the story. This was the all out between the two. These are two of the best women wrestlers current to date.
Mhm.
So,
The only thing that sucked about that match
mhm.
was the fact, because I didn't even know this until somebody mentioned it in my chat, was that Julia's injured and she's going out on injury. I'm like, that girl wasn't right there.
Mhm.
Well, that's because Julia pushed herself really hard, but the injury is not like going to be gone for months. It's
Right.
needing
Yeah.
time off to chill.
Mhm.
Julia won't work super hurt.
I didn't even realize she was injured.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's
Yeah.
quality over quantity.
Mhm.
There we go.
Mhm.
Salty, meet Donnie, meet Justin, meet Willis. There you
Mhm.
go.
There you go. There you go. What was I going to say here? No, I'm sorry that I'm vanished. I'm now the black box, the equivalent of black box Tom.
Black Box Manda.
No, that doesn't sound right. So the part of Amanda is being played by a black box. I just would say, but you hear me?
Stop it,
Oh!
both of you! Don't leave me alone.
Okay.
Damn it!
I was in a lot of traffic. I'm trying to eat, and you guys don't need to see me eat homemade enchiladas.
I'm just
Black box Tom has no excuse.
He has an excuse. He has social anxiety.
Yep.
I know it's his gimmick and everything.
It is.
But
It's on brand.
It is on brand. Yeah. Well.
So.
Yeah, but
God damn it, Tom.
I was gonna. Tom, what the fuck? You're fucking with everybody's
now
emotions.
he's just messing with me. It's to hurt my feelings.
Yeah, you're fucking with Digi's emotions.
You are, man.
I can't have that. I can't have that, man.
Feels the love.
He's the one who fucking controls the fucking monkeys in the zoo. All right, you gotta throw the guy a bone every once in a while. like seriously, like
you only live a couple
yeah.
hours away. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Hey,
what's funny?
son.
I'm good, Hassan. How are you? How are you doing? I know. See, we were down. We didn't have YouTube the last 2 weeks. So like everybody was like, what the hell? Did you not do a show? Yes, we did.
Yes.
But I don't know. But you got to remember, guys, we're not getting to episode 2. And
full transparency, it was the issue with YouTube not wanting to cooperate. I got her fixed. So far, so good.
Yeah.
YouTube was being good.
Yes.
I'll say that. Ocean Spray. He's putting himself into the Owen Hart tournament.
Didn't somebody have a kid?
Who?
I feel like some wrestler had a kid.
The last person I knew had a kid was Alexa Bliss.
No, go somebody.
Besides Ruby Soho?
Was that the one?
Yes, she did actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
There
right.
we
Yeah,
go.
yeah. Ruby Soho and Cool Hand, whatever
Yeah.
his name is. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's horrible.
Congratulations.
Congrats. Now, I do want to say this. So, Ocean Spray, there have been a long line, just 3. That's a long line. Men,
Jesus Christ.
men who have won the Owen, okay? Adam Cole Bay.
Who's been streaming again?
Yes. Ricky Stark Saints. I'm gonna call him that. So like it sounds better as a hyphenated name because it also is very bougie.
He's not a Karen.
But it's bougie.
I
Okay.
But
he's fucking Baby New Year with those fucking ears.
look,
Oh my god.
You need to
We'll
be
talk
nice
about that.
to him. He's a saint. You're a sinner. Calm down.
Where the hell does that? Who said nice?
Look.
Okay. And then Bryan Danielson. So he wants to put himself in this elite category of elite dudes. Middle finger to you, Ocean.
There's
Spray.
that keyword elite.
Yes.
I wonder who's gonna win it.
Well, Adam Cole died on being the elite. He was killed.
Yeah, that was true. It was
Yeah.
so funny.
Him and Rick Knox. That was the fucking best. Oh, I miss those days of being the elite. Yeah, I do miss those. And no, Ricky and Danielson were not a part of that. But those two, the last 2 winners, had fucking, I think, one of the fucking best matches in AEW history. That strap match.
That's not saying a lot.
That whole tournament thing, I think I went it out like 2 or 3 years ago, something like that. No disrespect to Owen, I love Owen to death. God rest his soul. But it's like, I'm like, what is the point of this thing?
It's the attempt to copy what has already been done 1,000 times over.
And his wife, whenever she's dead, you can see she's brought up her ass.
Of course she is.
Yep.
I'm like, don't just tell him. Be honest. You don't want to be dead.
Like, look who she was married to. Look who her relatives were. If I grew up in that household, I'd be ashamed to throw my name on there.
Yep. Yep.
Like, what the fuck, dude?
And you know, Ocean Spray. Oh my god, I just called him Ocean Spray. Oh my god.
Oh.
Anyway, you know he's not gonna end up winning the whole thing anyway.
Well, just when you and we're coming up on tournaments and things of that nature and special matches.
You guys, I just want to say, my cold, dead black heart. It's catchy. It's catchy.
Yeah,
it'll catch on. Thanks. Oh, you're welcome. And anybody who thinks that they came up with that bullshit, I've been doing that shit since like fucking 2016.
You got some. We need to get you some therapy.
No.
What are you eating?
She's eating homemade enchiladas.
Yeah.
Oh, no
that's why I keep going dark.
Yeah. What did you think she was making a joke?
No, I didn't.
No. I had to come out.
I'm gonna smack you.
We do not joke about homemade enchiladas on this show.
No, we do not. No.
No, I'm hungry.
We do not do that. And then also just for tonight's Dynamite, finally Speedball debuts.
That Dynamite sucked.
But here's the thing. That was not a good move for him.
No, it wasn't. He's gonna pay the price everybody else did.
Yep. It's not a good move.
Apparently he only did it because I guess whoever resigns with TNA is getting a pay cut.
Well, yeah, they're getting a pay cut for now.
Yeah, but I mean, I think it was a dumb move for him to do that.
Oh yeah, take the pay cut, work safe, and be more relevant than you ever have been, or go take a higher pay cut and end up sitting in catering if you're allowed to show up at all.
Yeah, exactly. He's going to get mixed up and he's going to be lost in the shuffle. See you later.
It's not even a shuffle. It's the sad state of affairs. And, it seems like we harp a lot on AEW on the show. And it's the truth is we want them to succeed.
Oh,
They're
well,
trapped.
everybody succeed.
They're not going to succeed this way.
You need that alternative.
Yeah, but now we have TNA is now it's the number 2 promotion.
Yep.
How did you fuck that up? You had daddy's money, cocaine up your nose. It might as well have been old school WCW. And you still fucked it up.
Oh, man.
Well, someone had said that AEW was because fucking his father needed Tony to do something. Because not allowed to do really do the Jaguars.
Well,
not allowed to do the footy team.
He could have just sat in the basement and been the little internet troll that he is, and he would have been more productive to society.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I'm going to say this. Did you all know that Wrestling on the Rocks is banned for any of their media?
It's true. Not
True.
from WWE, not from TNA.
Nope.
AEW.
Not from probably NWA.
I know for a fact we're not banned there.
Yeah, we're not banned. The only one we're banned from
is AEW.
And I think I know who got us banned.
I don't really care. I think it's a badge of honor getting banned from a media scrum. Cool.
Banned from the thing.
Yeah.
You know what? When I had told Tony that time at Dynamite,
that was the straw. That was the straw.
No. It was before. We've been blackballed before that. Yeah. That's how he knew who I was. That I just realized that right now.
I always feel like when it comes to us, you either know who we are and you think we're hilarious, or you don't know who we are and we just come off like a bunch of dicks.
Or you know who we are and you still think we're a bunch of dicks.
And you just stole my line, you bastard.
Yeah, well.
I'm a bitch. Yeah. I'm the captain of this motherfucking ship.
You stole my line. I was going to say that. And I was like, oh, here, Amanda's going to say it now. There she is.
Nope. Yeah, I sure did.
Tom, that makes you the cabin boy.
You are the cabin boy. Yeah, he's the interior. He's in steerage.
Yes. Steerage. He gets to move the wheel every now and then.
Every now and then. You're the guy in Titanic that was in the little whatever they call that thing, the little fucking crow's nest or whatever they call it, who was looking for icebergs. That's you. That is you, dude. You had one job.
I have no shame in talking about this, but when I first saw Titanic, I know a tangent. When the dude fell off the top and hit the pole and you just heard it bing, I laughed so hard.
I did too. It was like, James Cameron, you put that in there for a reason. Now, I still to this day, there's like 4 spots I fucking cry.
Girl.
Yeah. And then big this to Colt Cabana, who said that was 3 hours of his life he could never get back. He only watched it recently.
I only watched it once, and that was the best part of that movie was the guy hitting the mast.
Well, no, there's some good parts to it, you know. I mean,
when I first saw that movie, you know what I did? Because I didn't care about nothing else. I immediately put tape 2 in just to watch the thing sing. So I did.
I wonder if Dark Side of the Moon links up with Titanic.
Well, you know, I will say this. I had a friend of mine who was like, why the fuck would I watch that? I already know the boat fucking sinks and a lot of people die.
That's fair.
I mean, you know, yeah. So I think AEW is Titanic.
I think it's going to be around for a while, but I also feel like
I don't know.
At the end of the day, it's probably going to go the way of NWA. Is that it's going to reach a level of absurdity before somebody else is going to have to come in and unfuck the situation.
No one's going to unfuck that situation.
Or like, you know, and I've got nothing against the man, but Bill Watts had his time, and it was at such a point where that needed to change. And we're right at that. I'd say we got at least another 2 or 3 years. We're going to keep seeing this shit. You know, the attendance is already down by a lot.
Oh, God, yeah. The buys booking now.
The buys are down in show. The buys are down on anything that resembles a pay-per-view. Max is not carrying those ratings. The reason why Max is happy is because Skinamax hasn't been relevant in the last 15 years. You know, of course they're not going to complain.
Skinamax. Remember those days?
You have fucking nobody. Dave Meltzer burned all of his stock as credible media.
Yep.
Like, for what?
Yeah. So, you know, why does the bug-eyed guy get to fucking face Mox again for the fucking belt in a street fight next week on Dynamite? What the fuck?
It doesn't really. It really doesn't matter because, in my personal opinion, I highly doubt he's dropping that until All in Texas.
Well,
I honestly think that Swerve's going to take it at Dynasty.
I hope that's what happens.
I think he will. He is.
No, contract details are a thing.
We don't do contract here. You don't understand them.
No, I understand them.
Oh, geez.
He's
okay.
not going to get it.
That was part of the gimmick. Swerve?
No. That is the dawn of the horizon. Trust me.
I don't trust AEW anymore.
It ain't it ain't about trusting them. It's about trusting me.
Well, I know, but I'm just saying I don't because when you're fucking basically putting your fucking stock into fucking a fucking idiot like fucking Will Ospreay, are you like? Are you? It's like, are you? That's your telltale. And if you didn't notice that then, and you're finally realizing it,
TikTok.
Well, I've been telling y'all since 2016, y'all. I've been saying this, but nobody wants to listen to me. So I'm waiting for this. You know what, Amanda? You were right.
Yeah, well, maybe.
You're hilarious.
I'm being serious. Like, Tom, this is one thing. There is one thing. I will forever die on that hill that he is a fucking horrible person. 2, he's fucking the most overrated fucking thing since fucking, I don't know, the fucking, I don't know, whatever, right? And it's like, you have no draw. Nobody fucking wants to see you.
Well,
you have no draw.
I don't think that's the problem.
No?
I think it's the Monet effect that I'm coining it. Mercedes on her own, and we have seen this in action, regardless of the belts, regardless of the stables, regardless of the feud, has not been able to carry that brand in any capacity. If anything, she's lowered the ratings because people tune out.
Nobody cares.
Right. But if you looked back at the WWE stuff, she was considered one of the greatest. Why? Because she needs to be produced. She can't work off the fly. She can't work off a match she doesn't have. Like, audibles are not a thing for her. Like, you can tell they're just not a thing for her. Timing gets off. She hyper focuses on it, and she distracts herself.
No, didn't she call an audible against Willow?
Yeah, and it didn't work out too well, did it?
No, not really.
Nope.
Whereas if Willow had been allowed to run the match, it would have looked like $1 million because Willow has and can call an audible and make sure everybody's on the same page.
I mean, if it's that serious, you do what you got to do. Actually, have somebody do it right.
But it's like, as you know, when we've seen some things like with that whole match between Rollins and Punk, there was a lot of audibles called because they're both very used to it and they both very much can do it. You know,
they're pros. They know what they're doing.
Right. They've been doing it forever and a day. You know, and they were taught how to do it properly. She never was. She was developmental WWE, but my feeling is that they tried to get her to learn it, and some people just can't. Some people need those matches worked out in advance, and she's one of those people.
You remember when was that one of the WWE TLC pay-per-views? I forget exactly which one it was. When Becky rolled Kairi Sane under the ring to protect her.
Yes.
Yeah. talk about all the audibles called in that match, huh? I was like, oh
Yeah,
god, how's this gonna work out?
it
And
was
I was
one
like,
of those
she was
things.
professional, man. Was she ever professional about that?
It's like Tongaloa was the MVP of War Games. Uh, because of the protection he provided for, you know, two guys and carried two separate performer spots at the same time. You know,
Jesus.
yeah, when Bronson went down, his foot was injured. You already knew
Oh
that
yeah, I remember now.
Roman was kind of hurt because of the way that went. Punk
Mm-hmm.
saved his ass. So when Bronson was out, Tongaloa stepped up to meet those needs. And you could tell the spots he was performing, he did everything that he could. He made it very passable because
Mm-hmm.
he's not fucking Bronson Reed.
Yeah.
And carried it through. I mean, much to his dismay, as he took the punishment for it. But that is the difference between like a Becky Lynch professional, a Tama Tonga, Tongaloa, these level of professionals protecting each other. Whereas you look at the AEW injured list, and we go over this quite a bit, you know, half the roster at any given time is injured on a B show. And it's not drawing audiences. It's not getting attention like it should. You know, it's like
It's
if you've
not at
seen
all.
like a Cactus Jack match, you know, when you could see it 1, 2, 3 times, but after that, you knew what you were getting, and it didn't hold the same level of grab. And I think we're kind of at that point now.
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to know who else is because Tony Khan came out and said I forget where I read it, but he said something about when he took over the booking for Revolution. He wanted to do it
Which,
like all himself. I'm like, okay, then I would like to know who else is helping you book.
yeah,
Because
because we know he's been the one booking the entire time.
Mm-hmm. That's no secret.
Yeah.
and
No
I
one
honestly
can
think
come in and try
I
to do that.
actually think he's putting too much on himself, to be honest.
No, I think he's trying to be
No,
Vince
he's a control
McMahon.
freak. Yeah, he
He's
is.
trying
Oh
to
He's
be
a
yeah, I
Vince
can
control
see
freak.
McMahon.
that. Okay.
Why do you think Cody Rhodes left? It's not because I'm going to go back to WD because I'm going to show them. No, because he was perfectly happy with what
Yeah.
he was doing. Yeah,
When
I
shit
mean,
got
come on.
stupid.
He
Like,
won't come out. He won't come out and say all that.
Hashtag facts.
there's
Hashtag facts, people.
there's people like Paul Heyman, and there are several stories from many different performers
Mhm.
where they're doing the TV editing. He is passed out in a fucking chair and will like nod up, tell them to make the correction, and then fall right back asleep again.
Are you
You
shitting
know?
me?
No, no. Tommy Dreamer tells quite a few stories where he was learning how to do the editing, and
Mhm.
they would be going through, and Heyman would like pop up and be like, "No, change that," and then right back down again.
Mhm.
Because
Wow.
that was his business. I mean, you got to figure Home Dude was a key part of the 80s wrestling scene, starting out from being a little photographer boy.
Talk about being exhausted.
Yeah. Like he ate, drank, and slept the business. And I feel like, you know, Tony's a fan. I don't begrudge him that. But there's a difference between being a fan and being a promoter.
Oh, big time.
It's total different
Mhm.
skill set. And this is why we have a lot of these indie-rific spots being done, which is causing so many injuries. When you have a huge roster and you're bleeding fucking money, because you
Mhm.
are, you
Yeah.
know, because the real one of the bigger points of money is asses and seats, and that has not changed. Because you can have all the pay-per-view buys all you want, but if you don't have an audience there to make the gravitas important, you're pretty much guaranteeing your buys will be half of what they were
Oh
easily.
yeah, great, dude. Without the fans, no wrestler in the world would be anything. It would be nothing.
Right.
Mhm.
So, you know, when we're kind of setting this out, you know, when half your roster is injured, when you have another part of your roster that starts to get over that you would naturally strap a rocket to and embrace, like
Mm-hmm.
a Daniel Bryan, you know, or various many other names we can go through up and down the list.
Yeah, and then you bench people for fucking no reason.
Right.
That's just wrong.
Or
Yeah.
you allow them to work with people, not necessarily that they're unsafe. I won't go so far as to say unsafe. I will go in the vein of allowing stupid shit to be done in the ring for the sake of attention.
Like flippy shit.
Well, flipping shit has its place. You know, you had Ray Phoenix and Penta. Those two dudes flippy shit all day.
That's what I'm saying. That's what AEW was considered.
Like,
I mean, a lot of people would say it's nothing but flippy shit, but I'm like, yeah, that may be true, but there's a lot of actual good wrestling in it too.
well, it's like Daniel Garcia, you know, should not have been doing flipping moves. It's not that he's not capable. It's not his wheelhouse, and it wasn't properly executed. And even he could tell you that.
Yeah.
And
I don't understand why he has a lot of stock put in him, because he's not that good.
he should have a lot of stock put into him. Do you know why?
Why?
When he started working safer, he looks a lot better.
True, but sometimes you just can't, you know.
I mean, FTR's made it this far, and they don't exactly approve of any moves that the Andersons weren't doing back in the 70s.
Mhm.
I mean, even the Shatter Machine's is basically a modified.
Yep.
So,
Mhm.
you know, it's one of those things that kind of sticks in my head, you know. And I've said it before, but it hasn't changed. Like all this death match hyperblading bullshit.
They blade way too much.
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
Like,
gonna,
And
there's no need for it. Like, look
you
what
saw,
happened with Tony Storm.
yeah.
yeah, she did too much, and then she was like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
You can totally see it, and because the camera cuts, they have the worst fucking camera people.
Mm-hmm.
It's like we shouldn't be sitting there like seeing her like fucking pretty much. You know, she bladed just now.
Mm-hmm.
We don't need to see that reaction. We don't.
I think she
Like,
had a
come on.
freaking blood vein or some shit. I forget what the hell she hit, but that shit was
Yeah,
pouring
she hit
out.
something. She
Yeah.
hit something. But then
Probably
again,
hit
I'll
right
sit
about
here.
here.
But then
Mhm.
again, I'm like, oh, Ocean Spray bleed in buckets.
Well, that's because he's always been a bleeder.
Not really.
Yeah,
No.
he has.
Yeah.
If he worked with anyone that was willing to go hard on him like he deserves, he bleeds
He
quick.
gets a lot of. I don't know. The only one I can think of really, Jimmy Havoc, but that's just because it's Jimmy Havoc. And again,
Like if you would have put him in a match with, say, a Brock Lesnar, he would have bled all over the place the hard way without question.
No.
You know,
Brock Lesnar can also be very stiff too.
he was MMA. Of course he can.
Yeah.
He actually had to tell Vince, you need to tell some of these people to calm down because they're actually getting too stiff, more stiff than me.
Mm-hmm. Because it's going to come to a point and he's going to go off, and not everybody is capable. And that's a fair point. I mean, we like we look at the NXT pay-per-view, which is really good.
Right, yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stories done. These spots made sense. You know, even what some would consider the C matches were still better than the main event, because you can do a straight wrestling show, but if people are going to watch a wrestling show, they might as well go to a high school gymnasium or watch the Olympics.
Oh, speaking of that show, I mean, I understand it's still early. Yes, granted, I wanted Moose to win just so TNA can know they can actually trust WWE. I want WWE to be the first company to let TNA have one of their title belts. That way, there's trust there.
There's already trust there because and I know, yes, it's the Hardys, granted, but the Hardys are under no contract.
Right.
So they are with TNA, and they have 2 solid victories on 2 separate shows with one of the best teams out of NXT.
I just don't want TNA thinking, oh, this is gonna be another AEW bullshit thing.
Oh, you can tell that's not the case because
No.
there's too much inter-business locker room stuff.
As long as I see that one title go to TNA, I'll be happy.
I think it's gonna be not soon, but it's probably gonna be right around or after Mania.
That would have
Because
been a
it
good man. That would have been a good Mania match, by the way, between Moose and Oba.
oh no, we're getting round two.
No,
There's
we're
no
getting to
question.
that. We're getting to that. No. Um,
Because
I
yeah,
just.
that was a really good match.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and there's not
Who
many.
you
There's
know?
not many Moose fans out there, but let me tell you,
No,
They made a
that was his
few.
best match.
Yeah.
there were a few, but a lot of with Moose, I was like, like people sleep on fucking Moose. Like I've always liked Moose.
Well,
Okay,
I have no problem with him.
yeah,
Moose
but
hasn't had to push himself harder because there are not many guys as big as he
Mhm.
is. So he has to kind of ease up. Otherwise, he knows he's going to hurt someone. He works safe.
He also had to sit there and be like, "Holy shit, this guy can toss me."
Right. Which gave him the ability of both men to really just go out and do it.
You know, he wasn't used to that.
And people could say what they want. That was a special match right there.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the whole show.
Yeah.
I just thought that was going to be the main event.
I'm glad it wasn't. I want that to build. I want it to be rabid fans between both brands yelling and screaming. I I want people to fight, to
Oh yeah,
see this match because everybody wins. You know,
Mhm.
it's like
I
with the you had Cora Jade and Tessa Blanchard
mhm.
have kind of formed a faction ish,
Yeah.
which because Masha was talking shit to Cora, and then fucking Tessa comes out of nowhere and starts blaying into her ass,
Mhm.
and then they both kind of do it. It's like,
I feel like
okay,
Car's learning a lot from them.
yeah, she should. She's
Mm-hmm.
very talented. She just needs the
Mhm.
right knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. I also think that with with Tessa, I'm pretty sure there were people who were like, "I'm not working with her because you guys need to get over it. Get
Move
over it.
on, move on, people.
I don't
Move on."
think that's the case because if it was really the case, she wouldn't be back in TNA. That's just where it is.
Absolutely, absolutely. And there, I'll bring this other topic up later. But Moose, though, okay, Moose,
Moose
that
MVP
was
that
so
match.
impressive.
So
That
hard.
yeah, he was there. I actually thought that, oh shit, they're gonna fucking give it to him, and they're gonna fucking do it again at Stand and Deliver. That's
Guarantee
what
it.
I thought. Guarantee it. Like that, I thought that was going to be it. Like they're going to do it there and like give it back to Oba, right? But who am I? I'm not Shawn
Well,
Michaels.
we're not Shawn Michaels, and we kind of speak with this air. We know what we're talking about, but that's because we're all three lifelong fans. We've seen it on the indies, we've seen it in the main show, we've seen it
Mhm.
in several companies. We watched it on TV. We've been in the arenas. We know people to a degree in the business where
Yeah.
we have an understanding of what they're actually doing, and not just at a fan basis.
The only complaint I have between WWE and AEW, because I feel like that they're both the same when it comes to this,
Mhm.
is I hate, and I absolutely hate when they're like the camera's on somebody and you're watching them get into the spot, I'm like, move the camera.
The reason why they can't do that is because it's a lot more difficult to move a camera because
Mhm.
some of these are on gimmicks that have a
Oh, right, yeah.
limitation when and you also figure there's those guys running around on the outside that have those cameras. Those things are fucking heavy.
Yeah, but
Oh, I wouldn't
also
doubt it.
I'll say this. Also, part of it is also who's like producing it and calling, what camera and those shots. That's a
Yeah.
big part of
I
it
just
too.
feel like back in the day, you even as a child, even though I didn't know better, I'm like, you barely saw that.
Hmm.
Nowadays, it's like you see it too much.
Well, and since we're at least out of the age of watching the camera shake highlight Kevin Dunn, now we can actually see what the hell's going on, which is great.
Yeah.
And you were seeing a lot more of a mix out of the TKO organization, not to be confused with, Elsa, but they're changing the way the production is and sort of mixing it with some of the things that they've learned from MMA. And that is definitely like like when we had a elimination chamber, they did more panning when they did that. And since they kept the right color, because let's face it, when they redid the color for Mountain Dew, it looked, you couldn't see into the ring. But red's easier to work with. Because when everything's in red, you can see past it. It's a weird optical illusion thing we just can't get over, like evolutionary wise. But we're seeing these uptakes where it's not these shitty angle shots and clearly somebody trying to be in the right spot at the right time, and the performers don't know where they need to be at the right time.
I mean, I don't hate it because it's pro wrestling. I love it regardless, but I'm like, it happens more in AEW than
yeah.
I'm saying
because they
like,
doesn't
really?
know.
They are still under the illusion that they're filming a wrestling show, not filming a television show when they were on TV. Like an indie show's camera work versus, like WWE is a night and day difference.
Yeah.
Like that's what, NXT is, part of that training is teaching them of how to adjust, react, and be aware of the camera so that when you pull your spot, it's got to be natural, but it's so that the cameraman can be there so you don't fuck with your hard cam.
Yeah.
Their shoulders must be killing them after holding those cameras all night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even want to imagine how heavy those things are.
Imagine the dude that got to run up with Stu had to run up with fucking Cena. That dude had the full sprint with the camera on his
and
back.
Backwards.
And keep a steady shot. Like, who the fuck does that?
Somebody who's really, really good.
Or really, really passionate about their job.
Guys, like insert like news, flash.
Okay.
Breaking news.
Who's dead?
An hour ago. Nobody's dead.
Oh. Okay, I'm listening.
Okay. So about an hour ago, Keith Lee. Remember Keith Lee? Yeah.
Yes, I do. I am a fan of Meechin.
Meechin's husband. Mr. Meechin.
Yeah, Mr. Meechin.
Anyways, he tweeted the following. I love you, period. All of you, period. So, cryptically, does it mean it's his return to AEW or is he getting released?
I don't know. But there's a guy right there. I mean, he doesn't even need to go back to WWE. I think he could hit TNA and be a real monster.
He has got a lot of health problems too, doesn't he?
No, I don't know.
I've never heard anything, but that doesn't mean
it doesn't
that's
mean
not true.
I mean, we haven't seen him in AEW. I don't know how
long. Well, he got
part of
injured
it
in like his third match.
Yeah, it's like either he's got injured and then he got shelved, or I don't even know. I can't even tell you.
In my personal opinion, that's a sign to me with what Amanda just read to us. That's a sign to me that maybe he's done.
Maybe. I mean, Meechin's already, she's carrying programs and feuds and rocking Monday Night like crazy. She's pretty much the hardcore chick of the roster now.
Yeah.
So there's something to be said about that, which good on her. A lot of people didn't think she was main event, and it's taken a while for her to hit the right stride, but now that she has, fucking badass. Which, did you like the swerve they did with Chelsea's new secret agent?
Yes.
That's
great.
They've been trolling the dirt sheet, for her to come back.
Oh, yeah. You know, it's funny because when we're talking about right now, we're talking about like all these injuries. Like,
Many injuries.
well, Wardlow was taken off his uh the show he was doing during Mania week.
Yep.
Yeah. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? Like, seriously? You're not, I don't think you're bringing him back because, from what I fucking assume, because that's drama. That's drama. But I don't know.
Well,
You
and I
know?
think we're almost getting to that cap of WWE
Hmm.
because we're not at that point where people need to retire yet because they have a lot of young blood in there.
Hmm.
So we're going to reach that cap. But I also feel like we're going to hit that point where, as an example, and
Yeah.
Karrion Cross, fucking love him.
Yeah. Fucking
Uh,
good people.
he really
Chris is
is.
Chris is good people.
I can't wait
Oh,
for his book in August.
oh yeah. Oh,
So
by the
here,
way, before I forget,
okay.
shout out to fucking Manders for winning the fucking this year's 16 carat over at WXW. That is a one fucking hard tournament. Yeah. You can compare it in its own way to like the G1 New Japan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty fucking damn good one. So a lot of people in the past have wrestled in it. Sammy Callahan, some really good names. Sammy Callahan, um, you know,
Speaking of
all sorts of people.
Callahan, I was streaming Lucha Underground recently. I'm like,
Yep.
holy shit, he's fucking skinny in this.
Yep.
I'm like,
He's he goes back and forth. He's a fat kid at heart, but I
oh,
mean, yeah. But yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I love fucking Sammy. I'm not, I can't talk shit about
So
that.
Karrion Cross, has been working backstage vignettes. He's, been doing the fucking with people and showing their true colors factor, right?
Mhm.
The one thing that struck me hard was when he was pushing AJ Styles a little bit and he said, maybe I need to go back to my evil ways. And I went, oh, come, don't tease me like that. Don't fucking tease me like that.
Mhm.
Because this is going to be Styles' last contract. He's done.
oh yeah,
He's
he's already said he's done after this. He's retiring. He's done.
right, but that still means he needs to get one last feud in with TNA. I feel like
He probably requested that. I wouldn't doubt it.
I think they're going to have Abyss in 2K25.
Mhm.
That guy's
Why?
he's only in there as parts in WWE like a couple of times. Who did he come down with? I forget.
He actually never worked in the ring. He worked
No,
backstage.
he came out to the ring with
Hmm.
somebody. I'm trying to figure out who it was. I can't
It was
remember.
AJ Styles.
Was it Styles? All
Hmm.
right. Okay.
Yeah, that was his lawyer,
Mhm.
Saw
and
him
he
two or
was
three times, and that was it.
yeah. And but for the most
Oh,
part, he works backstage,
He doesn't need
and
to wrestle no more.
no, he doesn't. But he does need to be given his, crown of being, one of those names because people remember Abyss. You
This is
know,
awesome.
like that's. But back to my earlier thought, you don't tease that for AJ Styles fans about him going back to his evil ways and not immediately go, and why hasn't he walked into TNA yet? You just don't do that. And you know, I go back and forth with Karrion Cross all the fucking time on social media. It's glorious. Such a
mhm.
smart dude. And I was like, come on, man. If he comes out to that entrance and it's your fault, oh my god, dude. Because for those of you who don't know, way back in the day,
Mhm.
before Styles went over to Japan and became all badass in the Bullet Club, etc., ad nauseum, his last major run was dealing with he was joining the main event Mafia against Aces and Eights.
Oh God, aces and eights. Oh my God, no one in the Hogan era.
Yeah, and for the most part, he stopped coming out to the Get Ready to Fly theme, and he started coming out to Blue Saraceno's Evil Ways. Um, but by the end of that, I mean, we're talking, you had, we normally see AJ Styles with the clean face and all that. Nah, he was scruffy as fuck. He was wearing the hoodie jean jacket. He'd come into his thing and fucking leave.
I don't see him going back to those ways, honestly.
I think it would be a nice touch if he went to TNA, and that's the music he uses. I think a lot of fans who know, because TNA has a diehard fan base, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
You would know the moment you hear that guitar what's about to
happen.
happen.
Yeah, instantly.
Like, sure, some of us know Get Ready to Fly, but that was the one that caught your attention because it was so different. It's like I would love to see the return of Beer Money, but half the tag team's enjoying being a dad, and I'm here for it.
Choo choo.
Mm-hmm.
And we're not talking about Wendy Choo.
No, but I love her. Yeah,
I do.
I can't wait for her feud to continue with Rosemary.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
She's in the IDC trailer. So I think she's probably popping down to help out some of that.
Mm-hmm.
So, with that being said, it's gonna happen, and I think it would probably be a really cool thing to see her, start to do an IDC program, and that kick off a little bit. But wait, there's more. An inactive account with TNA talent has started going active again. Do you know who that is, Tom?
No, I don't.
Demon X Bunny.
Oh yeah, I saw that on X. Oh my god. Oh my god, I just saw that.
The multiverse is coming back.
Oh, that's gonna be awesome. Nice. Yeah, because Bunny, she actually linked up one of the videos. Yep, I saw that. I started watching it.
I was like, oh my god, they're coming back. That was so good.
It really was.
Yeah. Because I can't wait to see if they bring in Jess, which next week we're going to have a world exclusive, I think.
Is there anything else you want to tell me?
No.
Or are you just going to be an asshat, just like not tell me anything?
Pretty much. I'd like to see you surprised because you get all giddy like a schoolgirl. It makes me happy.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm just shaking my head. Did I tell y'all that
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Well, no. Okay, then no. Okay. So I told y'all that I'm going to West Coast Pro next week, right? Because I want to see GYV.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I want to see Trevor fucking Lee. I wish he'd take the belt off Blackwood, but that's Royce Isaac versus Tankman. Calvin Tankman will be a good one. But this is one I did not know that was going on. Toothless Timmy Thatcher versus Marcus Mathers. That's going to be a fucking good one because Marcus Mathers is the fucking dude. Now,
that reminds
me.
I
bring
GCW was mentioned by the IDC Twitter.
Yeah. Well, here's what I don't understand. And I said this on episode 1. Okay.
I'm going to leave this to Tom. Go ahead.
Okay. Oh, Tom.
No. He's going to be the one responsible for answering. Carry on.
Oh, hell no. You are not doing that to me. No.
Okay. I'm not answering her thing. So I had said on episode 1, he blackboxed. Wuss.
A black box. That's so good.
Be a fucking man, dude. Anyways, no. So as I was saying on episode 1, okay. What? Okay. Did I not say, okay, that WWE ID. It's very funny to me that they were like, "Oh, independent promotion." You know what they could have done? You could have kept the fucking have Ricky Starks keep the fucking belt. And that was Ricky Starks because Ricky Starks was the Defy champion.
Be a
Have
man,
him fucking
you can be
keep
a
the belt.
bitch.
Right?
Hold on. Hold on. Not done. That's not even a fucking that's just a given. That's just a given. Come on now. It's like, it's a
I'm
fucking given.
trying not to be too mean here.
No, you can be mean. I don't give a fuck. You can be mean.
Man,
Because
it's
some
mean to
people
me
be
all
all,
the time.
damn. Yeah, they're gonna be all, damn. He fucking told her, and I'll be all, psh, bitch, please,
Yeah.
bitch, please. You know. Um, but why didn't they do that? Because Defy was, I think, one that was ID'd with it because they do have a relationship with GCW. They also do have Marcus Mathers, who is a WWE ID person, who's like wrestles there quite a bit, and some of these other ones. I think Zara Zanker was there. I know Kylie Ray before had been there. So a lot of these are familiar.
Well,
So I'm just saying that they dropped the ball with that. Not because I'm bitter that I'm supposed to be in Seattle this weekend, but I'm just saying that that could have been a good thing. And then you crown one of those WWE ID people that with that fucking belt.
The show
That's all.
the show
And did I not say that? Did I
when
not say that?
Tom,
you said it, you said it,
Tom?
you said it, okay? Okay, but anyway, answer this for me.
Okay.
Is this the show? What show was it that you said they were trying to charge you double? Is this the one that you're going to?
No one charges me. Oh, no. When I talk about being single ticket shamed,
Yeah, I
that's
know.
like,
They make you buy two
yeah,
tickets. Yeah, that, I
you
was
make you
asking
buy
if
two
that's.
tickets.
I was
That's
asking if that's the
no.
one. No, okay.
No.
I couldn't
They
remember.
make you no. They if I'm going to like right now stand and deliver, if I want a good seat, I have to buy 2 tickets, and that's not fair. That's not
Tom's
Talk
fair.
to Ricky. There you go. That's simple.
yeah, Tom's our local Jim Cornette, only less annoying.
Yeah. Okay, let me tell you. Okay. I first of all, he has family in Vegas.
Hold
So
on,
I'm not gonna yeah.
Tom.
Mhm.
What?
As she just pointed out, why didn't they have Ricky Starks work a program to put
Mhm.
over one of the IDC people?
I have no clue.
Based on your experience and your knowledge of the programs, why wouldn't they do that? You've seen it before.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Mhm.
Go ahead. No, go ahead, Amanda. What were you gonna say?
No, it's I was gonna say, it's not it's more validating my point that I'm saying
Okay.
is what Digi's going saying pretty much.
Nope.
Because you can no?
Nope.
Really?
Nope.
Really?
You don't know what I'm gonna say. Tom,
No,
what's your answer?
Oh.
no. Go ahead.
Ew.
I have no clue. Just speak.
I'm gonna black box.
She's Black Box Mandy. Okay. All right. The reason
I like
why
Manders better.
Manders, yeah, but you wear a pineapple, not a banana costume. That was the best episode I've ever had with her. Anyway, the reason why they didn't do that is because they need to put the IDC people over on their own merits. Why did he drop the title? Because it's not that they didn't want to put the title on and keep it on there. It's you're double booking somebody flying across the country into such a way that it become a problem. Like, how do you make that run memorable when you're going to see him at an indie show, then see him on NXT, and he may or may not have the belt on him?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Now I understand exactly what you're saying. Now, okay, I got you.
It becomes a logistical and a booking nightmare for both programs because say he's got to lose a match to somebody at NXT, but he's still beating everybody over there. That means all those people, their best of the best, are not the lowest end. And that
Right.
means anybody who comes from the IDC is going to be seen as less than. So nobody wins.
You just said it all. Perfect point right there.
Does that make sense? Manders. She's eating that enchilada still. This is great.
Still eating? Oh my god.
She's been talking. She went on like a
Yeah.
30-minute tirade over ocean
I
spray.
know. She's a
Yeah.
woman. She's a talker.
Mm.
Oh.
Wow.
Wow.
Waiting for that misogyny content.
Oh my God, Lord. Guys.
It's all good because my father he can talk words. Let me tell you.
Oh, I know he can. Him and I need to have a sit down.
But
But first, I got to say nice things to your mom.
Thunder flowers.
Now you can eat a bag of dicks.
All right.
Oh God, nobody's watching.
The views I'm about to spew are not those of Single Malt Studios and Wrestling.
I thought that was a given in general.
No, but this when I have to say that before I'm going to say something, then it's going to be. Now, there are many women that are in this genre now. Okay, I'm not going to name names, but we all know who they are, pretty much. I will say this: none of those fucking bitches have anything on fucking me. They're I'm at a whole, as fucking Ocean Spray says, I'm gonna steal this from this motherfucker. I'm on another level. Well, actually, wait a minute, hold on.
You really can't hate Amanda.
Sorry.
You can't hate Amanda. You really can't.
I'm sorry you're not on enough Vicodin with cotton in your mouth.
True. But yeah, I don't have marbles. I'm sorry. No, but it's true. It's true. Because the ones that I'm thinking of, I'm like, I'm not being, I'm not relying on my looks to get somewhere. 1. 2, I'm not fucking jumping on a bandwagon to, whatever, the AEW bandwagon or whatever the hell, okay. There's another group of women. I'm like, okay, what you do, it's cool. But you're kind of right now, you're towing the line of what your podcast is named and this one.
Well,
because we were the only alcohol themed fucking show, podcast, whatever.
We still are.
And we still, no, there's still one more. But you know what? Except no imitations, people. None.
Now,
absolutely none.
On the terms of hot chicks wrestling, well, on a ratings end, it makes sense. When you're
I'm talking about. I'm talking about pot.
Shh.
All right, I'm going dark black box. Wow, I'm going black box.
Okay.
And I'm muting because I'm fuming.
Okay, fume. Oh God, now they both left. Okay. Because part of that commentary went to a point that I think a lot of people miss with women's wrestling. It's not that it's not popular. It's not that people aren't into it. It's that there needs to be standout performers at top card, a mid card, and a low card. And it can't be the same repetitive shit all the time. Like they did in '94 with Medusa and Bull Nakano was pretty much the women's division.
Oh, don't even remind me that.
Like,
you have to change it up.
Right. And, Evolution, they're already talking about doing a second one, as they should.
They should, but I mean, do they have enough talent to actually? I mean, that would have to be a TNA crossover event too, though.
And there's no reason that couldn't be. They had talent from all over the place when they did the Mae Young tournament. There's no reason that couldn't happen now, and I think that's something to consider because, you look at some of the hot women, which my wife is hot. Just saying that she's number one in my eyes, but if you were going to go to a number 2, Stephanie Vakir looks amazing, but can go in the ring and tell a story. Julia, same thing. Sue, everybody loves V. If you don't know, you don't know. Even after the baby weight, she's still got it going on. Sasha Moth Martina, these are all women that can go, that can be put into that ring position and be worthwhile. And you can fill.
Say somebody's name.
Because that's not my place to say. I know better.
Okay, I wasn't saying that.
No,
I'm talking about women
I
in
am
this.
saying it.
But yeah, I know, but that's not what I was saying.
But I am saying that.
No, there's a certain person.
I'm aware.
Yep, I know you're aware.
Would you like me to throw up in my mouth and no longer be able to produce?
No.
Okay, then. That's
Okay.
why I changed the subject.
We're not talking about RVD's wife, are we?
No.
All right, good.
No.
I'll tell you
My
later.
God, RVD, good on you, man. But my God,
she's gross. I'm sorry. No.
There's other gross people.
There are far worse gross people that have no right to be as gross as they are.
She's the reason why they had to put that warning screen on TNA before it even comes back from commercial.
Well, that's because he was naked in a hot tub with his wife and her girlfriend.
It wasn't even that. It was in the bed. It looked like they were both giving him head.
Well, I mean, that's RVD for you.
I mean, those who can do.
Yeah. She ain't wrong there.
Yep, no. I speak the truth.
I was surprised
I do.
TNA even allowed that.
It was a different time for TNA. They were going for shock value, not quality. Now they're going for quality and not shock value, and that shows in the way that they're putting things.
Yeah.
You know, and that's something, with the rumors of having an evolution too. I think that is going to be something, they did the one, it didn't do bad. It broke even, but it was the first of its kind, and it's way from a bigger company.
They need to make it like people want to watch it. Like they need to do something different.
There needs to be a hype to it. Like NWA did the Empower, and that was really amazing. I got to be commentary for that. And that was, they didn't hype it up, but it was one of those things. You saw people like Layla Hirsch, Lady Frost, Masha Slamovich. You saw all of these really talented women that carried that pay-per-view, and these are all women now who can effectively be used and be put on a grand stage.
There's one person I could do with not seeing on that show if it happens.
Okay, and who is that?
Charlotte Flair.
I think you need Charlotte.
No, I understand why you'd say that, but I'm just like, she feels like she's just like John Cena, for like she's getting shoved down our throats.
But think about it in this world: the self-proposed queen of WWE Women's Division against a Rosemary, a Masha, a Havoc. Of any number of women off of there, whoever happens to be the title holder, or some other badass, a Tessa Blanchard versus Charlotte Flair.
That would be perfect right there.
Fucking money.
And I'd be like, you know what? Let Tessa win.
Yeah. And that is something that we all can agree on, whether love, like, or hate.
Oh, I don't hate her. I don't hate her. She's just like, I don't even know how to describe it.
I just think that when you put those two together, that is a match that's a main event or a semi-main.
Yeah,
right there.
And she looks like a tall, shiny plastic doll. Like seriously, I don't know why she didn't allow that to herself.
Every boy plays with a Barbie until they realize that they're missing things.
Isn't she on her third divorce as well?
No.
Yeah, I could have sworn she's married 3 times.
Nope.
Yeah, I think that's correct.
I don't think that's the case. I think it's like 1 or 2.
Okay.
No, she's still with El Idolo.
No, right, she's not. They've been broken up.
Yeah.
Yep, she's been with 3.
Well,
Andrade, Thom Latimer, however you say his name, and Ricky Johnson.
Well, I mean,
she was the Latimer.
Yeah.
Really?
Ooh. The end of the day, I don't care how many times Ashley's been married.
I'm going by she's trying to like tie her father and everything.
Well, I don't think anybody can tie Ric Flair on those alimony payments.
I think he
No.
only. No, I'm talking about how many times she's been married and divorced. He's only done it like 4 times.
He's done it enough.
Too many times. That guy went broke. If you looked up that guy's net worth, it was at like $500 once.
Yeah, because he was living the gimmick as
Yeah.
people did back then.
He was stupid with his money.
Right. And now, it is because of those mistakes that younger wrestlers are learning how to properly invest in themselves and other things, which is why you have Nikki Cross, who has a fucking master's degree in history. And other, like, that's almost a thing. They offer education in WWE where if you want to learn a language, you want to go back for your degree, they support you on it.
You're lucky I know English.
I wouldn't consider Bostonian English.
Wow. Yeah, wow, your army's like a flying shit.
Well,
Wow.
I mean, somebody's got to be. Might as well be me.
I remember this. Don't worry. It's all
Please.
same here.
After how long now?
It doesn't matter.
We're gonna girl fight later, Amanda. You're gonna have to ref.
Oh, god damn it. That wasn't in my contract.
Yeah,
That's gimmick infringement.
it's called other duties as required.
Didn't say that.
That
But
also doesn't mean you can't interfere with the chair and just take us both out. I mean,
no, I wouldn't do that. No.
I've been hit in the head with a real steel chair. It was fun as hell. It hurt, but it was fun.
Jesus Christ.
Good Lord.
That's why
Savage.
That's why he speaks Bostonian. I figured it out.
I said the hell with it. It's not going to be like a WWE or a wrestling chair, so I was like, just do it. My father went,
I'm waiting for you to visit, Tom. Oh my God.
Good Lord. That's all I'm going to say is good Lord, because, I'm just going to say that.
It was fun. I mean,
I
did it once. I wasn't going to keep doing it.
Like
honestly, yeah.
We can throw, any number of pay-per-views and, battle royals and the significant difference, because it's not the sickos, it's the people who don't want to see their stars thrive. They want to see that instant gratification moment that does nobody any good. It's like, why did you hire Mercedes? Because it was the instant gratification moment. Why did you have fucking Britt Baker win the title so many times?
I haven't seen her either.
She's been back once and very briefly.
Yeah, that's it.
Because she might be
done with that company, to be honest. I wouldn't doubt it.
Well, you know what? She let her true colors come out. Okay.
She's got no place anywhere else.
No. And see, here's the thing that makes me mad about this. She fucking on national fucking TV said what she said about, with Serena Deeb. Boring, I don't know what's worse, that or fucking Tessa fucking, saying the shit she did like backstage when none of us fucking know what was said. That was fucking rude. That was fucking.
Here's the thing. In comparison to the people that are trying desperately to end their career early, she is boring.
Yeah.
But in the land full of, dumbasses, inevitably she's going to be top of the card because she's the one not on the fucking injured list.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
What time? Hey, off subject for a second here. What time does Kira usually stop in?
Whenever. Depends on when he's on the road.
Okay, I was going to say, because if he doesn't show up today, it's been like the last 3 shows.
He probably showed up the other 2 times. It's just YouTube.
I miss seeing him.
Yeah. Like,
me too.
Because that's what we're looking at is WWE doesn't need to add any more pay-per-views. They already have more than enough shows. The IDC is pretty much their online show. That's their real developmental being ran like developmental.
AEW has too many.
AEW has too many, and none of them are developmental, and you can tell because the talent is not developing.
My best friend I've known since like 2004, 2005.
I'm your best friend, bitch.
He loved AEW, and he didn't mind adding the other 2 pay-per-views, like they had the Forbidden Door and whatever the second one was after that. But now he's like, the storyline suck now. He's like, the pay-per-views are getting too much. He hasn't watched a wrestling pay-per-view at AEW in like months because of all this.
The two things I love about that Forbidden Door thing was Jordan Grace calling it the prohibitive portal. Made me laugh. And the other one was Triple H going, it's a stupid name and a stupid gimmick. Next.
Yep.
It was like
WWE and TNA are doing the true Forbidden Door, if that's what you want to call it.
Well, it is a comparative difference. Like, you can go to your local indie and see some completely stupid shit, but you can also see some decent work. But a lot of it comes down to, promoters these days work safe because they should. It's the performers who go out of their way and do dumb shit.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that don't get called back. Like, say what you will about Ricky Stark's Saint. None of his moveset is designed to kill you.
And that's also why years ago, and I actually agree with Tony Khan on this one. Many years ago, when like around, I want to say 2021 or so, he actually asked his talent, like Penta and Phoenix and people like that, yes, you're allowed to do your indie dates and everything, but please don't go crazy before this pay-per-view. We really need you.
Right.
I was like, wow, I'm shocked he actually said that.
But at that same side, this was when he had supervision.
Mm-hmm. That's when the show was actually good.
Well, it helps with, because this is something that bothered me, is, when you hear the likes of Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Jake the Snake, Medusa, and all these other wonderful people that have come in to talk to these talent, and none of them were interested in learning from some of the greats of the business.
That's sad.
Yeah. And it shows. It shows in the way of presentation. It shows in, they have, arguably one of the best commentators in the last 30 years sitting there bored out of his fucking mind that doesn't want to be there. And you could tell in every word of vitriol in his voice. When Evil Uno is back to streaming on Twitch, that tells you something.
I'm sorry, I'm actually surprised Jim Ross hasn't actually called it quits yet.
Well, he has called it quits because his barbecue sauce isn't selling well.
I've never tried it. I just know it's overpriced.
Yeah.
Here's an example of where marks were missed. Marco Stunt. Do you know who he reminds me of?
Who?
Spike Dudley.
Oh, Lord help me.
Spike Dudley's big claim to fame was the little dog, the meanest badass of the Dudley compound of Dudleyville. And they turned him into a right badass. Whether he won or lost, he made it look damn good on so many fucking levels. They could have made him a star. Ricky Saints could have been their Rock. Britt Baker could have been their Charlotte Flair. They had every opportunity with every level of talent that if they just would have kept control of the situation and booked a show, and even to an organic point, the Big Bill, Ricky Stark's tag team, that was your Sheamus Cesaro right there. That was money in your hand. And that is, I think, the biggest difference between the product right now is WWE recognizes when it has stars. They're not going to throw in the money. Like
Tony Khan just too worried about being like WWE. Honestly,
he's more interested in booking fantasy matches rather than booking shows.
He needs to stop thinking like that because it's ridiculous. Oh my God, here's a dream match. Here's another dream match. What, to you?
I want to see his father book a show.
His father doesn't even like wrestling, I thought.
That may be the case, but I'd love to see him book a show.
Could be.
I've only seen his
probably
father
book a better
once,
show.
and that was at Daly's place when he came out after TK took the tombstone.
Here's the thing with Shad Khan.
And no one told Shad Khan that wasn't real.
Yeah. With Shad Khan, you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars, who aren't exactly a championship team, but you know who his star players are. You know when somebody's getting the attention they deserve for their athleticism, worthwhile, and what they do. I think he could book a hell of a show. He would just be
Yeah,
like,
but he also needs to have. He needs to like. What's the word? How can I say this?
okay,
He needs to have some type of wrestling knowledge in order to do that. Do you think he has that?
nope. Because I've watched plenty of NWA shows that were really fucking good, and Billy Corgan is just fairly new to the business. You might
How
have
much
seen, you
is
might
he
have seen
sell?
it.
Is he selling that? I was told he was selling it something.
People have said he's been selling it for years.
I haven't watched it, so that's what I'm asking.
And it's hard to catch, but it is still a very positively done show. I mean, hell, they had Tyrus on top who was getting international fucking views on Fox News. Still managed to keep the brand afloat. But I mean, that's kind of where I'm seeing it is, you can't, you can book for the fans without booking like a fan.
Yeah, that's a good point. Okay, I got you.
Like
Yep.
that's, Triple H is a fan of the business, but he's also been in the business.
Very long time. A lot of people think that WWE is trying to actually think about buying out TNA. I'm like, it's not happening.
Yeah, it's already been discussed. They're already under
No,
a single umbrella that they're not looking to buy out anything because it
no.
makes no sense for them to buy out a program that they can elevate to be the number two brand, not out of spite, but because they're a worthy talent. They're a worthy promotion. They have shown their longevity.
The only thing I know that TNA is trying to do right now is they're trying to find another channel so that more people can watch.
It's already because of their proximity to the WWE branding and their working relationship, doors are opening they've never had the opportunity to do before.
Well, I hope so because I mean, I ain't
Like,
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. If they get off Access TV and go on a different, better channel, it saves me $20 on cable bill.
well, on the other side of that, too, you look at Netflix is arguably the biggest streaming platform on the planet. Okay. That was WWE. People didn't even realize Cinemix had a subscription service because their name was irrelevant.
Right.
Where people can talk a lot about some of the TV deals that TNA has had, but TNA has always managed to get TV deals. They've been able to stay afloat in the worst economies at the worst times and maintain a very rabid fan base, you know, and that right there is 99% of the reason that, not just considering the overlap between producers and everything else, why would they not raise them up? You know,
Who just did that? It sounded like somebody was sniffing a line of coke or something.
I mean, my wife is not sniffing coke, but she is in proximity to rag dolls.
I heard.
Well, if you were surrounded by hyper fuzzy cats that want to sleep on your head, you'd be doing the same shit.
I had my cat do that one day. Came in my room, right on my face. I was like, really?
Hmm.
Oh,
I'm gonna
Lord.
leave those jokes because
Yeah, you better shut up. Shut your mouth.
I say fuck enough to take up time.
Mhm.
And then there's Amanda, and she takes up the rest of the fuck budget.
Really?
You do.
Ay, 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 ay,
I,
ay,
I
ay.
mean,
I'll just blow up the G phone until he picks it up and like dumps it down.
like, and
Mm.
here's something that is funny and yet ironic that is
Mhm.
going on in the business. You guys are perfectly well to tell me I'm full of shit.
Okay.
Bullshit.
Eat me, doughboy.
Ah, Lord.
Okay, so New Japan got its hype. I want to say late '90s, early to mid 2000s, where in the zeitgeist of wrestling, and in large part due to the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega, and the Elite Bullet Club, as it were, that because they no longer have that gravitas to latch onto and there is no social media presence to push it forward, even their Western promotion is not drawing the numbers that they expected to. They're grasping at straws. Meanwhile, you have Marigold and Noah which are drawing in significant ratings, drawing in amazing talent, and are able to put together AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, etc. ad nauseum. Their first pay-per-view was star-studded and then some. That is an investment, I feel like, in the long term, not because AEW has a contract with him, but because New Japan was an indie-rific mark point in about the time when Tony Khan was growing into the wrestling business. Because you can tell he was.
There's that sniff again.
Well, look,
you
man,
know what?
Tell your wife to put the coke away.
At least I got a wife, bitch.
Or tell her to give it back to Tony Khan.
We don't do coke in this house.
I do coke business.
Yeah. ...
What the hell is she sipping over there then?
I don't know. It's Ragdolls, I think. She might have a cold
Lou?
too.
It's just funny the way I hear it. I'm like, oh my god, it sounds like she's snorting a lot of coke.
I mentioned Tony Khan and she's all subconscious.
Yeah, like,
Oh,
that's the fucking yeah.
So what we're seeing is an evolution of the business. You have somebody like the Attitude Era's biggest problem is it removed the concept of kayfabe and it turned it into
the Attitude Era,
ECW light.
in a way, it ruined wrestling.
Yes, because it took away the things that were the mystery behind gorilla position and it made it way too public.
I say that to people all the time. They're like, no way, it was awesome. Like, it was awesome because it had nothing to do with wrestling, if you think about it.
Like, if you look at that, and here's an example of the levels of talent. You look at somebody like Molly Holly, okay? Kind of a shorter woman, could wrestle her fucking ass off, still attractive.
Well, she's gorgeous. There it is again.
Right. Bro, manage your memories. Manage your memories.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus Christ. Oh,
she's stalking over there.
If you want a home cooked meal when you visit, you're going to knock your shit off. So, sorry, we don't have pixie sticks. But, you know, this was a woman that during the time when there were bra and panty matches and things of that nature, she did not participate. She only participated in legitimate wrestling matches.
Is she behind you right now?
Yeah.
She is behind me.
I thought so.
It's much in the same way of a Stacy Keibler. Say what you will with them long ass fucking legs, she could go.
She got legs and she knows how to use them.
I make no mistake. Trish has her place in the annals of history of WWE. But in terms of talent in the ring and knowing how to work, she was arguably the bottom of the fucking card. You know, if it wasn't for the tits and ass and being Canadian, I don't think she would have had a place next to those two alone.
Yeah.
You know, a Bull Nakano was one of the bigger women of wrestling in '94, and even running up to with some of her stuff in Japan. She could work a match and tell a story with having a language barrier. So, like, and my point is that the Attitude Era was a huge mistake. I know what it was trying to compete with. We all do. Any of us who's been half-ass fans.
Everybody loved it though, sadly.
Yep. But at the same juncture, it's
then
like
you get older and you realize that ruined it.
Yeah. It changed the game in a way that, you know, we remember some of the older days. We remember WCCW. We remember when Shane Douglas came out, threw down the fucking title and said, this is ECW, like it was a hostile takeover. We remember, you know, the fucking Paul Heyman promos, the Joey Styles. Oh my God.
Yeah.
We remember these
that was
things.
Classic.
Right, because ECW was that alternative. That was a real alternative. Like WCW had to reach into some of that bag. The big difference is Vince went hard on the toilet humor and the easy grab. And I think it wasn't necessarily like the Attitude Era in its own container ruined it because it was taking something that was very special in a promotion and it turned it into a lighter, more TV palatable performative. Like that's where I feel it went wrong.
You know who else you could probably blame for that Attitude Era? And I'm not talking about Vince Russo here either.
No, because fuck Vince Russo.
Well, he made a lot of the Attitude Era that everybody loved, but
No,
outside of him,
according to him, yes, but the truth is no.
regardless, my point is, if it wasn't, and I could be wrong on this, if it wasn't for WCW and Eric Bischoff going to NWO, would we have seen any of that?
No.
Exactly.
I WCW was the turning point, I think, for the business because it didn't need to rely upon that.
Right.
Where it went wrong was overspending and underproducing. That was the problem. And then by the time that, Bischoff was out and they tried to put other people in and you no longer had Ted Turner money,
Well,
that's
yeah, that was a big deal too because they used to have all those fancy entrances and everything, but that went to shit too.
oh, it wasn't the entrances, it was the that's not gonna work for me, brother. High
Oh
dollar.
yeah.
It's one thing if it was Sting because he was, WCW, like that was his thing. That's where he made his name. Like a Booker T, he fucking mattered there. He doesn't matter now. He's annoying as fuck.
You couldn't. It's like you could never bury Sting. It's not going to happen.
Right. Yeah. Even at his worst, And it was sad when AEW got him because it might as well have been, the worst of TNA Dixie Carter era.
She knew shit about wrestling.
No, it was a great tax write off for her daddy until it wasn't.
I mean, Sting, he had no problem with losing. He was trying to put Vin Terror over.
He did everything they could. One of the best things that WCW did is when ECW went under, they took some of their valuable talent and they put them to work. Shane Douglas, Raven, Sandman had some time there, and these were the people that Perry Saturn, like you can go through these names. We could almost have an entire show on this where, that when they took the grit and pride of ECW and tried to transplant it to a much larger promotion, it didn't work. When
ECW wasn't meant for, it wasn't meant for that.
No, it never was, and it never will be.
No, they just didn't care about that. Like they didn't care about having Tron, Videotron, or anything else.
They didn't need to. It was gritty. They were using
no, they didn't.
Enter Sandman.
I mean, granted, they had the rights to music, but whatever.
They took the influence of hip hop culture, which was very predominant at the time, and infused it into the wrestling business, which was unheard of at that time. And, when they tried to do that with a major brand, tried to copyright everything, that wasn't going to work. New Japan did the smart thing because they made the Bullet Club because the NWO existed.
But the NWO came from Japan. Eric Bischoff stole it.
He did, but he didn't. He took the base concept, but he made something different. Because the Bullet Club was
I'm just saying in general, he took the idea.
Yeah, and he modified it to a way that, he wasn't going to get sued for it. So, as an example, one of the bigger differences with the Bullet Club was the way that they functioned as a whole. The NWO was a hostile takeover in talent, whereas the Bullet Club was a group of white guys, talent, or gaijin, anybody.
Bullet Club, they were also everywhere, man. Like you had Bullet Club version, Bullet Club, this version, this one in ROH, this one in TNA. I'm like, seriously?
Well, they ran into the same problem that WCW did. And since they didn't have, AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, or the Young Bucks there to provide a, definitive star, it couldn't last. And that's why
Right.
Jay White was probably the closest one in the last 10 years that had that star power, but they didn't capitalize on him because they didn't believe in Jay White.
No.
And
Well, also to be fair, it's like now Jay White. I mean, like he's getting more popular now in AEW, but when he was what? He was
No.
no. Hey, hold on, hear me out
let,
for a second.
okay,
He was a trios champion, correct?
yes.
Okay, okay. I'm saying he's more popular now than he
Hmm.
was back then, and when he first started in AEW. He's like it's like he was irrelevant if he didn't have the title or anything.
Right,
That's
because
what I was getting at.
okay, well, it's because AEW's booking of him was in name alone. It wasn't allowing the guy to actually perform, which is why he was so popular in Japan because he worked strong.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Not many white guys worked strong style. The last major strong style Bullet Club person they had was Styles.
Yeah, I was gonna say it was AJ. Yeah.
And if you go beyond that, the last major, badass of the group was fucking Vader when he popped his eye back in.
Oh, I remember that.
Like that was
That's badass.
Hey, he did what he had to do.
he
Yeah.
did. I'm surprised you could still fucking see.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not easy to do.
Yeah, that's something that
He
But
got
that,
lucky. He got lucky when he did that.
and that back in those days, there was a WWE working relationship, and the stars were just bigger. But that's mostly because Vince broke his father's word. Because his father said, "My company will never compete with you." There was still an establishment of the territories, and when that no longer was valid, it became something different.
Mm, yeah.
If it was, and to a large degree, while he is a deviant pervert with his own weird fucking way at things, if it wasn't for Vince McMahon violating that word of his father, we wouldn't
Mhm,
have modern professional wrestling.
It
And
wouldn't be
that's
like it is today at all. Nothing.
no,
mhm.
because if you wanted to watch wrestling, you had to be able to find it on TV if you were lucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's one of those funny things where we look at the businesses, and as we've grown older, we recognize the faults with different areas. Like the PG era's biggest problem was it came right after the Attitude Era. You desensitized your audience to go one way. So when they tried to draw it back,
Mhm.
it took easily a decade to get it to where it functioned because too many people were still in that mindset.
And also WWE didn't stretch out PG as far as I could.
No, they could have went a lot longer, and then they found that happy medium where there's
Yeah.
still
Triple H basically said, "Fuck this! I'm doing this my way. The way the fans want
Mhm.
well,
Yeah,
that,
pretty much, but
and that's a performer that knew what he was doing.
it."
Some
Vince
people
McMahon,
can
you saw it during the whole freaking COVID era. Fans sitting there on camera, sleeping in the bed during SmackDown.
well I think the worst thing that they ever did in terms of the WWE product is they had Bray Wyatt, the gold of fucking gold, selling $3,000 fucking belts. Top end of the fucking card that gave Alexa Bliss's gimmick an entire new fucking life to it. Like this guy made stars by existence. That was one of the few that could get John Cena for a night be the
Mm-hmm.
doctor of thugonomics. Like this dude was money, money, money. Printed that shit.
Well, it was his mind. He was just gold.
Right. I mean, he needed, much like Paul Heyman, he needed somebody to draw him back down.
mhm.
But the dude made money like no business. And when it was parted ways and he was given really shitty spots, which made no fucking sense in the grand scheme, It was almost an attempt to lower his star level so we didn't have expectation. But even his worst match was better than a lot of people's best match.
His latest theme before he passed away. Oh my god, I love that theme.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god, I gotta download this.
And that's how you can tell, like, they've fired a lot of those people that were in recent years making these themes because everything was sounding so generic you didn't know who was appearing. And it's not that the talent wasn't popular, but Stone Cold Steve Austin, when you heard the glass break, you knew what was happening.
That's the most popular superstar of all time.
One of, I think The Undertaker's bigger, but that's because his longevity. We had The Undertaker for 30 fucking years.
Mm-hmm.
We had Austin for maybe 10 at best, not including his run as Stunning Steve Austin with the Dangerous Alliance.
That's what Bischoff screwed up.
I don't think Bischoff screwed up because even Austin said it was good that you fired me because it made me have to find myself.
That's what I mean by that. When Bischoff screwed up, like he could have made Austin much bigger than he was.
No,
I'm not saying WWF big, but
Paul Heyman is the reason why we had Stone Cold.
Yeah,
and
I know.
That's been said. Because he took, a guy who was by and large not, as responsive because he was the next big thing. It's just they couldn't capitalize on it in a way that they needed to. It's like, Paul Heyman, it took ECW to put him in a position to be where he was. Because prior to that, if it wasn't for the Dangerous Alliance, he was nothing more than a mouthpiece for individual talent. If that makes sense. Like, not everybody can be Kevin Sullivan or the Sinister Minister, James Mitchell. That's not, we're outside of that generation now. Managers are a special breed.
Damn, time flies.
It really does. I mean, when you consider we are the generation that grew up understanding a Sable, understanding, having valets and things of that nature matter. Like Sharmell, it's not that she couldn't do the wrestling, it's that Sharmell was something different. And that's where we grew up from. That's where we figured it out from. And that's where we became so used to it. So when that was taken away, on the one hand, that means your stars had to be more special. Like, if you ask somebody what gets a star over, most people can't tell you. We can tell you because we have seen it. We saw the rise of Hulk Hogan, which was prioritized and pushed on a level of gimmick never seen before.
Right.
Andre the Giant was, never seen before, not in the way that he was built.
And as you age and grow up, it's like when I was a kid, I saw Hulk Hogan. I thought he like his gimmick and everything. I thought he was awesome. Then you grow up and you realize he's a racist and everything else.
Well, I mean, regardless of that, all that was a pulling back the curtain of things that was behind the scenes.
Well, you also find out that he was all about himself.
Right. That's not.
And that's what. And that made. And even though he's my favorite of all time, that character is how I should put it. Is my favorite of all time.
Well,
besides that, I mean,
like, and I'm gonna hit some forbidden territory because I can, because it's necessary. As a person, Chris Benoit was a shitbag overloaded into everything that destroyed him. But as a performer, he was arguably one of the best technical wrestlers we have ever seen.
Oh, without a doubt.
Eddie Guerrero could work a mic like nobody else. Did he have his demons? You bet your ass that he did. And these are people that in the annals of history will never get their due credit because of the things that surrounded them. You're not even allowed to say the word Benoit without, people going, ooh, no.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, by and large, and even Heyman agrees, in terms of talent, This was it.
Don't die. Don't die.
Choke, you bastard, choke. Choke, you bastard, choke.
You can
Of all time.
you can you can eat a fat dick off of Harvard.
Ooh.
But that's kind of my point. I mean, let's look at, if we're gonna go into our older generations, who is that number one talent? For me, it will always be AJ Styles because the man can work a match with everything. He has been across the world. He has proven he can work in different environments. He
Okay.
carried the promotion on his back in times where they couldn't get a TV deal to save their dick.
You talk about dicks a lot. Are you okay over there?
Yeah.
I
That's a
mean,
lot of dick talk today.
You
I
miss a
keep
dick?
I
Any
keep
dick in your
seeing.
mouth?
Well, I mean, if you'd show up,
Oh, you wouldn't
Well,
want my dick in your mouth. It'll go down your throat.
well,
no, I'm not. Why? The looks on my face. That's why I turned the camera. I'm like,
this is this is what happens when you deal with people who've known each other for a decade. I know it's
well, no. That's what happens when I don't know.
Anyway,
Carry on.
what
Carry
I was
on.
going to say
I'm
about
gonna
Styles, who would you say?
my looks. I'm just gonna keep back here.
Christmas. Anywho, like
Okay.
this is the dude who got over beat up John Cena. Like, how many people have taken such a stupid fucking phrase
and
made it global?
I know.
Like, that's why in my mind, and in terms of tag team, I'm gonna go with the Good Brothers. Why? Because those two could work a match, they could sell, they can make the victories look good. They had contrasting styles between the two of them, and they were two of the longest running Bullet Club members for a reason. They used to break in talent and still were breaking in talent, regardless of being on TV. Like, and that's not because I am a fan, but I mean, this is the dude in Japan. One of them was going, "My hot Asian wife," pissing off an entire Japanese crowd as a heel, and still didn't get fucking knifed for it.
Yep.
Like, who does that shit now? Nobody. Nobody can touch that level of shit. That's why, in my mind, it works. In terms of women, I'm going to go with Jessica Havoc, and I can tell you why.
I totally forgot what I was going to say, but go ahead.
No. We're talking top. Why these people, we consider them our generation's greats. Jessica Havoc showed up in TNA at a time when they were at their worst to be the beast of James Mitchell, which working with James Mitchell is a privilege, not a right. Okay. Who has worked with talent such as Luna Vachon, who has done it all, who is a veteran of the business.
That guy puts people over that don't need to be put over.
Correct. And every time she's put over anyone, she has made it look so fucking good. Like, the storyline with Rosemary and Bunny would not have worked as well without Havoc, because she played that counter mid-side between the two that emphasized Rosemary's influence and Bunny's dark side in a way that we could take it palatable as fans.
But I tell you right now, if Allie ever came back to TNA, I'd mark her out. If her and Rosemary go back together like that, I'd mark her out.
Right.
Yeah.
Because that was a thing between, and this was a very great taking a cue from the Young Bucks' work, making the Demon X Bunny program on YouTube helped indemnify and break into our minds the level of professionalism and concept of storytelling that we hadn't seen in years.
Oh, by the way, they have new merch, by the way.
I am aware. No. I'm aware, and it should be bought because this was a very unique program where they took the concept of social media and pushed it in a functional level of a story, like they were writing TV, but they weren't.
Right.
They were writing lore. Why does Rosemary appear in all these things and do different movesets and does different things? They gave a reason for it. Why did Bunny start at one way, work the other, became this person and that person, depending on what promotion she was at? Because it made sense. And this gave rise to somebody like an Aleister Black who showed up, you know, at fucking AEW with a contact in one of his eyes because not long before he had his, he had his injury to his eye that they were playing off of when he was wearing the eye patch.
Mm-hmm.
Like this gave rise to long-term storytelling, not based around a promotion, but based around many promotions.
The only thing that he had wrong with him, honestly, and from what I'm told,
Is that he
actually,
joined
and
AEW?
no, well, outside of that, he does not like to lose.
Mm-mm.
No.
That's
Who
not
does?
what. That's not what wrestling's about,
No.
though. I mean,
That's the MMA in him because he is a legit shoot certified badass.
well,
Yeah.
you should also realize that this is wrestling. It's fake and may be real, but I mean,
It's
it's
not
totally
fake.
different.
It's not fake. It's predetermined. And
Oh, whatever
Don't
you
be
want
like
to
that
call it.
lady.
look,
Don't be like that chick that was on that pay-per-view.
don't be.
Oh
that-
yeah, she really got highlighted. She's all over news sites.
You never disrespect the words of Roddy fucking Piper, arguably the biggest star outside of Hogan, who never won a fucking title.
He should have
Yep.
beat Hogan at Starcade.
But that was the point. It's like Tommy Dreamer held the ECW World title for all of like 10 seconds. Because
So
that
sad.
well, no, because the object was is that Tommy Dreamer was the one to chase. He was the one that actually had a long-term actual program between him and Raven, which was this huge fucking story directing back to their childhood and all this shit, and Beulah being involved. Like it took on a life of its own because there were things that we hadn't seen before in a long time. I think if we're talking character work, it is Sue Young full fucking stop.
Yep.
And for anybody that's watching the VOD or the program, let me explain something to you. This woman played 3 different diametrically opposite characters at the same time in one promotion and was completely believable as all 3 personalities.
She's oblivious to her own talent.
And each one was oblivious, and yet she is so goddamn humble that she never once took credit for that, even though she is the only one to do it then and the only one to do it since.
The only person I give credit for that can actually possibly do that, or maybe more. I'm not saying it is good or anything. You ever see the movie Split?
Yes.
Him. I forget his name, but he did
Like-
that excellent.
This tells you something. Is I start talking about Sue Young, and the wife chimes in, half asleep.
Well, I wouldn't be half asleep with the fucking train.
Well, we live by trains. We tune them out.
Yeah, I know, but sometimes you just can't. Sometimes you just can't,
Oh, I would not be able to tune on a train. When I lose power and I have to deal with somebody putting the freaking generator on, oh, I just fall asleep.
I also have the window open over here. Trust me.
Okay, that's why.
But that's kind of my point. Is
But
we
anyway,
come
yeah.
from a generation that knows these differences. So we're not going, oh, a Stacy Keebler. We're going, who actually put over something different to the business that was identifiable.
My first thing I liked about Sue Young when she first came into TNA, I heard that name, like, this thing's fucking awesome. Who is this?
Yep. And she comes out there with the fucking kendo stick and the fucking, like, that glove, every piece of damage to that glove was legitimately earned in a match.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, is that where Britt Baker got that from?
Yes.
I just realized that.
And here's the difference.
Yeah,
only
kind
one
of.
of them got it over.
Yeah, well, obviously.
Only one. And that's one of those funny things that when I speak these names, I speak them in relevance. Do I know a few of them? Absolutely.
Mhm.
But that's not why they have my relevance. Is I can point to their body of work. Like why I sat here, and Amanda heard it. All I feel is that Will Ospreay is a dollar store Timu version of Ricochet.
Mhm.
That's a
When
good
you
point, actually.
look
Yep.
at Ricochet's best body of work, which was absolutely Lucha Underground, they never handed that man a fucking mic.
I actually forgot at the last at Revolution, it was for number one contender spot for the World Championship.
Yep.
And I'm sitting there saying to myself, I'm like, before I remembered that, I was like, Ricochet's winning this. And then somebody reminded me of that stipulation. I'm like, Ospreay's winning this. There's
Now
no way, there's no way Ricochet's winning this.
and I'm going to take it a step further because all Ricochet is a dollar store version of Neville,
Holy shit.
whatever the fuck you want to call him,
Holy
because
shit.
Yeah.
he can do the same move set. He can actually work a fucking mic, and when he walks out there, his presence says, "I am fucking dangerous."
Mhm.
Wait, did you just say Ricochet can work on mic?
No, I said Ricochet.
No, Neville.
Neville.
Oh, okay.
No. Oh my God, no.
If you
No.
want to even
No.
go back further, somebody who could do the same shit, work a mic, and make it look good is JD McDonough, the Irish ace.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And if you want to go back even further, then we're looking at fucking Prince Devitt, the original founder of the Bullet Club. Most people don't seem to remember that.
No, they forget that.
They forget a lot of stuff.
Right. And this was a guy, and all of these people have a similar move set. The difference is what makes them special.
Mhm.
That is it. Like Rosemary, what makes Rosemary it? There's a
Um,
very simple reason.
I'm
And
not gonna even.
it
I'll let you two go to
just
this.
hear me out. I feel like you'll agree with me. Rosemary took a character that started out as Courtney Rush. Courtney Rush is antithetical to what Rosemary became. Bunny is what pushed her to be what she became. That character spanned multiple promotions in which it developed and evolved to become this character with its own mythos. And she didn't shy away from it, she jumped into it. So, in terms of her character work, when you see Rosemary on TV, when you see Rosemary doing her work, you recognize that the upside down as a submission move is unique. Nobody does anything like it. When you see her do certain moves, even at her worst rate of weight, she could still perform the same move set, be just as functional, and make it look just as good.
Mhm.
Along with the story that she's telling, because even if she loses the match, that loss, she goes, well, as an example, I lost to Sue Young. Her response is, well, it might not have been my time, but I took a piece of her soul with me,
Mhm.
which she would take, and then she would adjust her move set to part of the person that she wrestled. Like it was a very evolutionary style of character that not many people can work with.
Yeah.
So, that is an it factor, which is why, in terms of TNA, she's one of the highest paid there is because she is the most recognizable talent on there. It's like with Moose. Moose does not rely on the concept of I'm black, I'm a champion. Moose relies on I am a badass, whether you like me or not, and you
Mhm.
will respect me.
Mhm.
What's sad about Rosemary, and yes, you're right about being one of the highest paid.
Yes.
In my personal opinion, it's not high enough.
Yes, because
I
she
mean,
is one of the
they can't afford TNA can't afford
right.
extravagant amounts of money.
But at the
She
same
was
time, she has walked when AJ Styles left, she was the one that stepped up to carry that brand. Decay would not have worked without Rosemary. Full stop. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. Crazy Steve would not have a career without Rosemary. Abyss would have not gotten the second life without Rosemary. Not everybody can do that.
Rosemary's gold.
Correct. Which is
Everything she touches turns.
she was one of the that's why she was one of the first talent that TNA brought over, one of the first three. Because they know. WWE knows, TNA knows, NXT knows, everybody knows.
I'm going to stop talking about her now.
No, I think this is that time to put some shine on her because we're talking about
And now that's
the it talent, the people that have it, like Havoc. She doesn't need to win every fucking match because every match that she works, like when she does that face wash shit with her foot, you think she has snapped the motherfucker's neck. When she pal drives Sammy Callahan, which is fucking hilarious, you feel like she might have killed him here. She is about to marry his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's an it factor. You know, I will let my secret go because it's going to be in a VOD next week or so. Digi has gotten a new theme song. He has gotten new art done. It has been done by Stefan Crick, who is Jessica Havoc's brother. He's the same one that has done the Wreck Havoc theme song. So he has done something for me, and next week I will probably be playing it. Worldwide first. That is our new claim to fame is we have a piece of this is a dude who has done professional wrestling work. And it's all going to be here and only here, exclusively here. Is it self-aggrandizing? Absolutely. But I am the worst thing to wrestling podcasting that has ever existed. So I might as well have a thing, right?
Oh my God. Tell us how you
Like,
really feel.
Amanda, she's got a couple people that she wants to see take a flying fuck into a rolling donut. And even Tom does. I've known Tom for a decade. I know who he doesn't like and who he does.
Mhm.
But I'm indiscriminately an asshole to everyone. Like,
You're an equal opportunity asshole.
exactly.
Is what you're saying.
I am the color commentary. Tom is our straight man. Amanda somehow became her fucking face commentary. How did that shit happen?
I don't know how did that happen? Because I know there are a lot of people. There are a lot of people who are like, what the fuck? Marsh? When did you fucking let her fucking take over?
Because
That's the
Marsh knows talent.
Man, I miss Kara. Where is he?
Like,
I don't know. I need to talk to Kiro.
Marsh
Business.
knows talent. I know talent. Like Tom, it took me convincing and buying him in to where he had no fucking choice.
Yeah. But I don't know. But obviously somebody saw something in me that they're like, yo.
I marked out when I first met you. That is a fact.
You did. He did.
I marked
100% fact. All fact. All fact.
Because Amanda, without regret, was Amanda. Tom is without regret, Tom.
Yep.
We're the only podcast that's going to tell you the truth. And if you ask us a question, whether we like it or not, we're generally going to answer.
Yeah. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Like we can tell you a lot of the things you're missing.
Mm-hmm.
So when we say come to our podcast, pull up a chair, grab a stool, hit a drink.
Yep.
Telling you, come be part of our conversation. Come be one of us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We are the dive bar of the IWC. We are the program to watch.
For a reason.
Your fans watch us.
Mm-hmm.
Because we're not trying to kiss their ass. We're going to tell the truth about the matter. And this is why some promotions steal our shit because we're right.
Yep.
Like, why should you never trust Sean Ross Sapp? Because his dick is so far up everybody's ass. Because if he speaks bad about a particular brand, he feels he will lose access. Where we are the individuals that say, fuck your access.
Yeah.
We're going to be what we are and who we are, and we're going to treat you like you're fans. We're going to be your fans. You know,
I don't
like
really.
Tom's been a long time streamer. That's how I met this motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
I to be honest with you about that, I think I'm the only streamer since the JTV days still going.
You are 100% correct. You're the second person is exported.
Mm.
I mean, you have what's his fucking name? Jet, whatever. He's been going too, but not nearly as long.
No, exported's been longer than he is. He can be number 3. But like Amanda, I followed her on social media before she realized people followed her on social media for her opinion. I followed her because she's a bitch. She does not love your opinion. She is going to have her own opinion. And if you don't like it, you can eat a bag of dicks and she will send them in gummy form.
And now he's trying to be me, and he's trying to. Never mind, listen up.
Tom, I've known forever, and I am one of the few people that is not a fucking degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
That treats him with respect, but also discusses his opinion. We have had knockdown, drag out your fucking wrong moments.
Yeah.
But in terms of history, he is our Jim Cornette, only less annoying. He knows fucking everything about history.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas I'm a contrarian. I'll just tell you you're wrong because John Cena's a bitch.
Like John Cena he's going to be the one that's going to put over Cody at Mania. He doesn't give a shit no more.
He
exactly
absolutely should.
He's not. He doesn't care. He's like, I'm just going to put him over.
I don't think
Yeah, that's
he
why
doesn't
Jey
care.
Uso.
Yeah. You guys really think he cares about being a 17-time world champion?
Nope.
No.
He gives a fuck at all.
Right,
Look at him. He doesn't need it. Rock can barely make a movie and it get a rating point. He stopped getting that rating point a long fucking time ago. But if you look at a show like fucking Peacemaker, that dude is Peacemaker, and we love and we hate him.
Yep.
Like, I love Peacemaker. I don't like seeing dudes in their tighty whities, but goddamn was
I'm a person that's easy to please when it comes to movies and stuff. I'm not as picky as everybody else. I think one of my favorite movies that The Rock did was one with Show William Scott. The Rundown.
Yeah.
The Rundown.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm not as picky as like John Cena. I like when he did the one with the 12 rounds.
Yes.
I had no problem with that.
Yeah, no, it's actually 12 rounds was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie.
One movie I feel like is underrated, but that's because people wanted to shit on Punk. I know, Amanda, calm your tits.
Oh, wait, is this that horror movie?
There was a horror movie.
Yes,
I have watched it all the way through.
I never watched it yet.
I have watched it. It is not horrible. It is not B-rate. It is not the weird fucking Kaufman bullshit. It is not bad.
It's about some girl's soul or some shit like that.
Right. There's a girl who's died in his house and is fucking with him to ruin his relationship and ruin his life, and it really messes with his head. And at the end of it, he figures out kind of what's happening, but he really has no solution for it. So it really is good. It tells a legitimate story. His acting is not horrible. I have seen horrible. I have seen the depths of Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I have seen the depths of Kentucky Fried Chicken sponsored horror movies.
Do you actually, speaking of, do you know what movie I still have to watch? I keep forgetting to watch it.
What's that?
I do not remember the name of it. You probably will. You both probably will. It has Rosemary in it. It's a bitch.
And not only am I familiar with it, but I'm also familiar with one of the few movies have it.
Yeah. I need to watch that movie.
With the Zombies versus Wrestlers. Have you ever seen that?
Roddy Piper's in it. DDP's in it.
It is not just DDP. It has
Roddy Piper, DDP. It's a few of them. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Fucking ridiculously stupid. But I have seen these horrible movies, and people just don't realize how lucky they are that they got a half decent performance. If Will Ospreay did a horror movie, it would be his general matches on AEW.
I just want them to like kill him, like slaughter him, like really slaughter him. Yeah.
It might happen. Like Havoc's movie that she was in, it was very post-apocalyptic, but she is very much one of those individuals that is very into the Fallout universe, which I fucking love. Thank her for that. Um, so it kind of gives you an idea that not everybody translates well in terms of a movie. Not everybody has the term capability of acting. As an example, Kane's horror movie was kind of okay. It was fucking garbage. He had
Oh.
no business. The horror movie with fucking Goldberg was fucking garbage. Like, and again, I have seen garbage. I have seen some of the worst that B-rate movies have to offer. I remember Kentucky Fried Chicken sponsored fucking movies. You know, I love Lloyd Kaufman because The Toxic Avenger was just disgustingly fucking wrong. And that point being is that people need to be thankful for the concept of what they have. There's, you have Ricky Saints or Ricky Starks, whatever the fuck you want to call him, okay?
Dark Saints.
This some bitch is a generational talent who learned the hard way that if he doesn't apply himself to the right company, he's going to be shelved because he's not the one they want to put over. And why is that? Because he will overshadow the WWE holdout pullovers, because that's exactly what AEW has become. It is the place you pull the Matt Hardys, the Edges, the Christians, the Jerichos, because they're at the failing end of their career and they are doing everything they can to put themselves over one last time. Whereas this is a young talent that, by God, once he has learned what it is to have his career completely fucked by a contract. And he knows this is that shot for him to be the household name he knows he's capable of being. This is why you have a Rosemary that shows up, why you have an Oba Femi, why you have a Moose. These are opportunities that these individuals can step into to be more than what they were, that are thankful for that level of opportunity. And that right there should tell you who is a generational talent. Your generational talent's the ones that know they're worthwhile. We will never have another Rock. We will never have a Stone Cold Steve Austin. They were that one time capsule. But now we have that next generation. We have that Rosemary, who is our modern Undertaker, who's been doing it about as long as he has. You've got Ricky Saints, Starks, whatever the fuck, that is our Rock. That is our Stone Cold in one individual that has all the talents to be top tier. You have a Cody Rhodes who has been doing it forever, but is that top tier, that next step to John Cena, who will be doing all the Make-A-Wish Foundation shit, who will be that guy, that baby face that they can rely upon.
And Cody's actually injured too.
He's injured and he's still going.
Yeah, well, no, I'm just saying he's injured as well, but yeah.
Like Prince Devitt, Finn Balor, whatever the fuck you want to call him, that dude right there is every bit the leader of a heel faction. Why? Because he built a fucking heel faction in a promotion nobody gave a shit about and made it popular.
There's also shit online about him, even though it's false. He's he's dating Liv Morgan or some shit like that.
Yeah, that's pure gimmick.
It is. I was laughing. I'm like, no.
The person that he is.
He's married.
Yeah, with this hot fucking Spanish news anchor that he is perfectly fucking happy with.
Yeah.
It's become cool again, and I blame AJ Styles for this. AJ's been with Wendy since the beginning of his career. She was and has always been his number one fan. Like, if you look at his tattoos on his left side, it's the names of his children.
Yep.
He's got a bunch of boys and one daughter. She's the one with the bow down at the bottom. But that
he used to actually he was one of those unless it was ordered to, he was one of those talents that didn't really talk much either. What's going on here?
I don't know. That's a good question. Amanda died. Amanda's fault. Amanda, you gonna come back? Amanda died. She left us in control.
Amanda Panda, where are you?
Mandy, banana,
Panda,
Panda. Hello, kitty. Come
Canada.
back. She'll be back. She's only 3 apples tall. She'll be fine.
Do you look like you're ready for bed yourself?
Hi.
I'm always. Is that my. Yes, ma'am. We are very much getting to last call.
Dude, it's quarter to 1.
Yes, it is.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you look sorry.
Hey, look, Amanda's still on. Hey, we're still online on YouTube. Congratulations.
No,
Yeah,
Caro.
look at that. What? What?
I miss
Yes.
Caro.
Naga,
Yes.
please.
3 weeks now,
Yes.
no Caro.
So I'll
He'll
tell
be
you.
back. He's on the road. I mean,
Yeah.
I know. I just like hearing his shit.
like Amanda
No.
can tell
Well,
you love Rosemary. That's generational talent. You love Ricky Saints, Starks, whatever the fuck. He's a
Dark
generational
Saints.
talent. Stark Saints, whatever. You're being
Dark
goofy as
hyphen
fuck.
Saints. Yes.
I'm an AJ
Ooh.
Styles guy. P1 all the way. But that is what makes things.
Is that him? Oh, Amanda, you're great. I know. It's just the way you say shit. It's just awesome. Well, he's definitely no comedian. I couldn't laugh at anything. I'm like, this is dumb. There he is. I can't hear you. Nope, we can't hear you. You want to just call it a night, man? Give her some credit. Okay. He's just a little drunk. Suck it, bitch. And now we know he likes the dick. I'm suing. Oh, okay. Why don't we just get us too? I'm good. I'm good. I'm good with that. don't hate the player, hate the game. Yeah, I don't do that stuff. Whatever. I'm thankful for the internet because I found YouTube. I'm good like that. Yeah, but it's hilarious. Oh God, yeah. There it is. There it is. Now Digi's back right on the background, just gonna shut his mouth and you know the dick eventually. Oh man. Oh. What's he trying to say? He's right there. I see him perfect. He's under you. Uh, I have the one live chat into me, and he's under you. Thank you, Digi. Yeah, You broke it. Uh oh, she's frozen. Another one left over here. Come on, where is everybody? Where is she? There she is. I was getting ready to log off this thing myself. I would have been like, see you next week. See ya. I don't have a message. I see how it is. Message me, but you don't message me. Yeah, you might want to hurry up. Just hurry up. See ya.
Producer Lady here. Thanks for tuning in. Continue to support and buy us a drink by putting the I in subscribe and reviewing our podcast. And cheers to Fans First Sports Network for keeping the dive bar lights on.
I would never have a drink with wrestling on the rocks.
You have an entity.
Producer